Hello and welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online. It is episode number 400 today. So as you may know, every 50 episodes what we go and do is we go and complete a set of deeds in a location in the order of the deed log. So if we go into here, previously we have gone through Breland, Shire, Ered Luin, Lone Lands, the North Downs, the Troll Shores was the previous one at episode 350, and now we are here at the Misty Mountains. And as you can see, we have not done money. We have not, in fact, completed any either. So what I've done is I went onto my main character, who also hadn't at the time completed any deeds in the Misty Mountains, and I kind of timed myself. Also, it was giving me a chance to kind of know where I was going, because there was one place that definitely I struggled with, which we won't in this situation. So that ended up being about 3.5 hours. So I'm hoping it doesn't last as long as that, due to us being hopefully faster and also hopefully being a little bit luckier with some of the kills. However, I think I've actually been to less places on this character, so it may end up being that long. We'll have to see. So what I've ended up doing is I've actually gone and sent myself some mail. So I've sent myself 2 Slayer Deed and what are they called? What are they called? They are Slayer and Skill Deed Boost Accelerators for 90 minutes, and I've also sent myself 3 regular deed accelerators, because it ended up being about an hour, I think, of accelerators. It might have been an hour and a half, honestly. I'm not too 100%. So what I'm going to do is mainly try and just use these accelerators for the 30 minutes ones, because then we've not got any downtime where we're wasting any, but also these are a lot easier to obtain for me than the 90-minute ones. So I'm going to mainly focus on these, and I guess if it's really bad, I will not use this if we've got like 10 minutes left. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just grab another one of these. Again, they're quite easy to get. So yeah, we are over here at Hrimbarg because we have a lovely travel skill, which is here, Guide to the Misty Mountains. In fact, I'm actually going to be placing that over here, considering that is so useful during this entire time. So we're going to start. Let's have a look at what deeds we have. We're going to start with, I think, the exploration deeds, just because they are probably the quickest out of all of them. We're going to add those to our things. We're going to start with the... Actually, no. What we're going to do is we are going to start with the quest deeds, because I completely forgot that was a thing. We also have this place, which we haven't been to yet, which I think is a travel... well, it's obviously a swift travel area, but it's an area that we have to go to in order to basically do a bunch of quests, but also it's just a really useful area because, you know, it's a useful area to travel to. And luckily, it's not too far away from Hrimbarg, which where we were at. So I'm mainly going to focus on using my regular steed. The reason for that is because, personally, I just really am not a huge fan of... war steeds in this area, and then we have a bunch of things like this. So if we come over here, we have a few quests that we are going to get given, which you kind of get for going into the area, like this one, Unwitting Scavengers and stuff, which is going to be killing these. Now, the snow beasts are going to be for a deed, which is quite nice. Snow deeds are a Slayer deed, which is really good to start with. But we also have these snow lurkers, which aren't for a Slayer deed, but actually there are 2 quests that are actually fairly good for this. So we're gonna hopefully spend not too much time, because again, I've gone through this once before there, and I should be a bit quicker, but also I should be a bit quicker in terms of knowing where certain things are. But whilst we're doing this, we also have our Hobbit gift of the day, which is going to be some Scrolls of Maximum Power. How amazing would it have been if it was a Slayer Deed Accelerator? That would have been lovely. So there is a massive field roughly around this area full of these snow beasts. However, there's a nice area around here, and as I had said at the end of last episode, we have now got obviously level 90 stuff. So we got a level 90 sword, and we also have a level 90 bow, which I actually really like the new... I don't know if it's new, but the look of the bow in the inventory. But I have leveled those up fully to level 60, so they have all their lovely max rank stuff, and I've actually gone and customized it a little bit more than I usually do, because I actually had some decent stuff for once. So yeah, we're just going to mainly focus on these guys. I did used to have, or when I was originally doing this, I had a quest like kind of log up. However, these do nicely move on to each other, so we shouldn't actually need that if we're lucky. Also, one thing does probably need to be said, but maybe not, is the fact that obviously this is going to be 3 hours, so there may be times where I'm silent for a while, because as much as I am a talker, I'm not necessarily someone who can talk for 3.5 hours straight and be able to do that first off, but be able to make sense after that time. So the only reason I'm also slightly annoyed about this area is I would be on my war steed if it was like in a newer area. I would be able to use my war steed and actually attack with said war steed. However, we can't in this situation, unfortunately. Unfortunately, in like this area or anywhere prior to like where you actually get your war steed, you can ride it and it's faster, yes, but you can't attack with it, so it's a little bit of a hassle there. So again, it's quicker, so we can kind of use it if we want to kind of get to places like over here, but we can't attack, as you can see, which is a little frustrating. Now I'm also slightly interested to see, we might have, like, I feel like there was some time, very like long time ago, that we maybe, yeah, so we must have gone to Iskeld's Lookout before we had VIP. So we've obviously been in this area somewhat like in time at some point, but we didn't have VIP and thus did not have the Misty Mountains at the time, so its deeds were not available to us. We're also going to get some of these, yeah, quests alongside it. So there's a lot of like kind of bestow quests upon getting to a certain area. So we're definitely going to try and take advantage of those. That's also Bear Slayer, which is good. Bear Slayer actually is one of the nicer Sladies because, again, the way Sladies work obviously is the advanced is double the regular. So whatever the regular one is times by 3 is how many you have to totally kill. So it's actually an 80-120, whereas a lot of them are actually 100 200s, which is it's a little bit frustrating. There's a lot of kind of going back and forth and between two areas waiting for stuff to respawn, which is kind of good when you know where you're going, but again, the first time I did this I wasn't too clued up. But we also get some nice stuff. I don't know if recently I switched out any of my traits, but we do get some nice useful traits out of this whole thing, so that's going to be good for us. There's also a bunch of snow beasts over here, which is going to be good. Like, I don't need to kill them for the quest, but it's going to be nice for just killing them in general and speeding up that Slayer deed later. Because it's nice to do this now whilst we're kind of not on the clock. Like, I said I want to go for like 3.5 hours, really maximum. I might end up going longer, I might not, but you know, we're not on a time limit, which is nice, so we can kind of chill out at least and spend a bit more time kind of just killing stuff in the meantime, because what's the point in not killing these now, because by the time we're next here they're going to respawn anyway, so we can kind of use that to our advantage. I don't actually know what these snowdrifts are for. Also, that is an interesting point actually I just brought up for myself. I actually found out I'm using a map it's decently old. Like, you can't actually get it anymore as far as I'm aware. Like, the website is down, or the Dropbox link or whatever is down. But it doesn't actually include, as far as I'm aware, two different deeds. They might be on different maps because it's technically a different area. Not 100% sure, but at least I have obtained the other map that I need for that specific area, which we'll get to later. It's very long time from now. But what we've got now is we've got 4 quests to give in, so that's also going to get us the deed. Now we have to complete 30 in total, so there's 3 tiers to it. Each one is 10 in each, so that'll be 10, 20, and a 30. 30 is the final. As soon as we do 30, we can then move on to Explorer deeds. But a lot of the Explorer stuff, hopefully, we'll kind of get in the meantime. So that's hopefully the way it goes. So back to Galoin's camp. In certain situations, it will be quicker for us to use travel to Misty Mountains and then swift travel over here. But for the moment, I'm not really too fussed about it. And also, because I'll probably forget now, and I'm trying to get everything out of the way currently before I kind of tire myself out from talking too much. When we get to the Slayer Deed stuff, obviously we'll have like a timer or something. That's actually probably not going to be too synced up because of like loading screens and stuff, which generally I tend to cut out. So don't worry too much about it, but yeah, basically there's just going to be some discrepancies there. You are not who I want to talk to. Also, that's a point. We're going to be talking to a lot of vendors because a lot of items get obtained here. So Gloin, this is the that is the guy, not the guy we want to worry about. We'll get you out of our face. We need to defeat more bears, apparently. Okay. Fine. I'm kind of glad I didn't kill bears on the way back. Now, that's also something interesting. I'm doing a lot of, oh, that's also this. But we're getting not amazing XP, I won't say, but we're actually getting some XP out of this. Like, admittedly, this quest completion is about, it's less than a kill in our current area, which generally is around like 3,700. But it's nice to have, like, at least we're getting something out of this. So that's quite nice. Because we're not here for the XP, we're here for the deed completion, technically getting quite a few marks out of this. We're also getting quite a few LOTRO points, and also a big one is trait upgrades, which will definitely help because it just upgrades our traits, and traits are useful and gives us like more agility and etc, etc. So it's always nice to get up new better traits and stuff. So these 4 will bring us up to 10. There's a few more over here. Perfect. So we will be good in that regard. And again, this is just more bears towards our total for the deed. Just not necessarily speeding it up, but it will speed it up when we get to actually focusing on it. So next we got to go back to Gloin's camp, and then as far as I'm aware we do have it's this area we don't have unlocked over here, so we do have High Crag unlocked as a travel location, so we can travel to High Crag quickly from Gloin's camp, which is going to work out well for us. But we definitely need to make sure we go and grab this area when we are available to, because it's going to help out in the long run. There's actually a few quests there, and just a few things that we definitely need to use that area. There's also going to be a few travels to Rivendell, which luckily enough I was hesitant to do them prior to this when I was originally doing it, but they do count towards quests in this area. So Gloin, I have another quest from you apparently. If I could click on you.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
Yeah, so that looks like we're going to be traveling there, the High Crag, so that's good. We'll go talk to you. So it's one of the nice cases of quests leading on to each other. Like, oh, you're finished in this area, you can now go to this area. And my Worsty was being stupid and made me walk off. But yeah, it's a nice way of being like, hey, you're finished in this certain area, you can now go to the next area where we've actually got more quests for you. So High Crag is where we're going next. And hopefully, I'm not sure the rep in this area, but maybe we can get some reputation. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what the rep is in here, but I guess we'll find out if we see any that gives us rep. So old treasures. I guess it might be Thorin's Hall.
Greetings, traveler.
I'm not sure, honestly.
What do you want?
So we got a few warnings, and then we have this thing in Rivendell. So I'm actually going to quickly pop over to Rivendell for that one, which is relatively easy. It's just a little bit of walking. So we're just going to get on our regular steed. I never trust a war steed over this bridge. The amount of times I've fallen in there is ridiculous. So a lucky thing as well, I was worried about this one. Every last thing, I was worried originally that was going to be like you require a prospector to work it out or something like that, and it would have caused us issues. But luckily it's just a drop from an enemy, which is quite nice. Yeah, this quest here does count as being a Misty Mountains quest, which is nice. Also, why am I talking to... Oh, I guess I have an extra quest. I guess I've got to go, like, into Elrond's library in a minute anyway.
Might you spare a moment?
Yeah, so J.R.R. is in Elrond's library. So, I guess I can go talk to Elrond also, and I'm not sure if that will count. So I kind of want to add that to tracker quickly. So it'll hopefully put us up to 9. If not, it puts us up to 8, and then these 2 quests put us up to 10, which is good. If we get stuck at any point, what I can do is I can quickly grab the quest list for this area and kind of work out that. But this definitely leads on to a few more quests, and I had extras at the end of 30, so hopefully it shouldn't take us too long, especially if we're lucky, and also, again, now that I actually know kind of what I'm doing. So yeah. That's weird. We got a new quest and instantly had all 7. Was that just us having picked up something previously? Or was it like... just it's an instant complete sort of thing?
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
I'm not sure. Elrond should be down here. Let's go talk to him.
Hope is not in vain.
Oh, that counts.
Dark
That's nice.
days are coming.
And that counts. Okay, we're getting like extra quests that I previously actually didn't have. I don't know where that first quest came from, so let's go back to Hrimbarg, and then we'll travel to Gloin's camp, and then over to High Crag, I think. So yeah, this quest here will put us up to 10 then, which is quite nice, and really is quite useful. And then we gotta travel back to High Crag, I think. We're kind of in the area, so I'm actually tempted to actually ride there myself. You guys are really annoying me. You who I need to talk to.
No dawdling.
Right, there we are. Perfect. So that's 10 out of 20. Technically done. Let's get on our war steed then and get started again. We need to kill more of the lurkers, which is going to be a fun thing. So I actually probably need to get off of here. And as you can see, we got a D complete, D bestowed, and 10 LOTRO points, which is pretty cool, honestly. So that's really nice, and I kind of want to see my LOTRO points before and after. So if we take 10 off of whatever loads up here, so 1555, so 1545 is what we had at the beginning. So we will see at the end how many we obtained during this, so that'll be an interesting thing. We also have to hope that we get some not amazing drops, but consistent drops, because there's actually a lot of snow lurkers over here, so shouldn't be a huge deal. And I guess the more snow lurkers we fail to get points off, the more bears and stuff we can kill, which will just help us in the grand scheme of things. Come on. There we are. Keep thinking they are bears. They are not bears. Right, 3 out of 4. Let's just take these bears out, I guess. Easy kills. It's quite nice. I was actually worried I wasn't going to be able to kill them quick enough, just because I was using a level 112 character previously for this, and in some cases was unlucky and wasn't one-shotting them. But I think if we keep our focus skills being used, we should be good. But yeah, let us quickly see where else do we have to go. We have to go up to this area and then down there. So we'll do the mysterious sign first, which will be hopefully good. If I can make my way there. I think I'm a little bit lost. I think I am. And then we'll go over to this kind of area and What do we have to do there? We have to... Oh, we have to kill some goblins. That's what we have to do. There's goblins there. This is the field I was talking about. There was there's a big field, which is this one. It contains quite a lot of snow beasts, which is quite nice. We're currently at 51, so halfway there. Worms, though, we're not quite. We've only got the one. But there's a big cave full of them near North Barn, whatever, which is quite good. So that's why we're going to be using a lot of Shrimbug travels, because we need to go up to Goblin Town and stuff up here, and the Mountain's Throat and such, and then we also need to go to this kind of forest to the right of it, and then we also need to go the opposite direction to the other thing. So it's a very useful travel skill to have, to say the least. But up here we're just going to have a signpost of sorts that's going to be what we need to use. Hopefully our war steed is going to play well with it, but it's just up here. We just need to put a sign up. I'm actually going to dismount before I get up here, I think, just because I do not trust it. And that is an incredibly easy quest right there, completed. So next, over to here. Once those are done, then we will travel back to Hrimburg, then to High Crag, and that's kind of how it ends up working pretty much throughout, which is, I'm okay with it. I mean, we use a lot of money up. I think it's 25 silver per travel, so we're gonna lose a lot of money, I think. I mean, we're kind of making it back with stuff like this, depending on how much. That is not where I want to go. I found that place last time as well, and apparently hadn't done a certain thing for it, so don't know if I accidentally skipped a quest at some point, and that is why I can't do it, because we never really came through here, so I might have skipped something by accident. If you know that I've skipped something, please do tell me. As far as I'm aware, I haven't. I might have skipped a book, though. I feel like it's possible for me to have accidentally skipped a book when it's like, you show up in an area, you complete a thing, and then you suddenly, like, there's one of those NPCs where you can skip to a further book. Especially when we were such high level for a very, very long time. Defeat, whoa, wargs, hello. You are AD'd for me. I have no focus, that is why I couldn't do that. That also brings up a good thing that I should do, which is I should probably get my passage skills ready. So I'll actually get passage of nature and foes. I don't think we need passage of shadows anywhere nearby. So we should hopefully be using that term of things, and then we can just maybe hope that we get some wargs, which we have got. And whilst I think we might have to wait for one goblin to respawn, we can focus on the wargs, which aren't as many, like, needed. So that should be hopefully good for us. So there'll be a few in here, and you can kind of see some patterns on the mini-map as well, which kind of lead to different areas that have more goblins in, which is a nice way of doing things. I'm a fan of the kind of obvious showing off where things are, because sometimes I am dumb and do not realize the most obvious things, as I'm sure we might be aware. So one more warg is over there, that's fine. We need a few more goblins, which hopefully should be in this area. If not, I'm a little bit worried. Ooh, someone's over here. Please don't steal my kills. I need these to be efficient and fast. So 2 more. There's 2 more here. 3 more here, actually. Perfect. So that's 4 quests done and ready. So that's going to pop us up straight to 14, which is really nice. So let's travel back to Hrimburg and then back to High Crag. Alright, more quests to finish here, and probably more to start. Yes, it looks like there are, so I'm going to accept that one, and then we'll finish these 2 up.
What do you want?
Then we got another one to finish. Evil Dwarves. And we got the one in Rivendell as well, so we're going to quickly pop back to Rivendell and finish that up. And then that puts us onto one more quest, which I think is the end of that arc. Or I guess quest chain is the better term for it, I guess. So we're going to head to Delaros, and then we have to travel back to the first person we talked to, which is kind of over in that direction in the market. As far as I'm aware, unless I'm missing a quest in my head, which I kind of hope I am, because that's an extra quest that I'm unaware of. We've already got a few extras that have just randomly shown up, so I'd be happy to have more that magically show up in my head or in my quest log. So other than that, we've got just the 3 for now. The other chest, which I think is fairly easy, and then warning evil dwarves is exactly the same as the other warning one, where we just finish or put up a sign, and that's the end of the quest for us, or at least we go tell the guy that we've done it, and then that's the final bit. So easy peasy. So we're going to talk to Delaros, which this quest actually confused me, the next one, I think.
Stay a
Yeah,
moment.
so place the reassembled vase on a display table. So I'm actually going to travel back this way because it's actually quicker for us. But this is where it confused me, because I thought it was in this room, but it's not. It's actually, as I had pretty much already said, it's over to the left. I've also realised we get hope in here, so we actually get an increase in health. That's nice. We get a nice max morale, plus 5% max morale, and 103% damage dealt. So as far as I'm aware though, this is our final quest in Rivendell that relates to the Misty Mountains. So after this we don't really have to worry about that travel skill, which is one of the reasons I haven't put it in here, because I only need to use it like twice. So, you know, pretty good otherwise. Easy quests and easy completions. I do like it. Yeah, and then we just need to quickly talk to Delaros again, which as soon as we do that, we will travel back to Hrimbarg, and we have to do a few things up here. Where's the Misty Man? Where's the... down here, yeah, these two. There's kind of like a nice pathway going through there, which I do quite like the area, and there's actually, I think, a boss enemy that we have to kill there, so that will be an interesting thing. Obviously, we're like insanely over leveled for this sort of stuff, which is why even like certain roving threats, I don't think. Actually, I'm not sure. I think they'll attack me here, but as a 112 character, they didn't actually like pay any notice to me, which I was kind of glad about, because I'm very clumsy and walk into them a lot. So seeing that I could literally walk through them and they wouldn't do a thing to me was pretty cool, I'll be honest. So this will throw us actually halfway. This is a total of halfway to actually being finished, because we will now be on our 15th quest completion.
How can I be of service?
Let's get that thing. Perfect. So let's go back to where we need to be, then back to High Crag, as usual. We should be good. So everybody here is kind of doing their own thing, so we need to actually go down this direction, which is going to be fine since nothing's going to attack us. It's actually incredibly easy. That's what I kind of like about being over leveled here, but it kind of, part of me kind of feels upset about it, because I'm like, you know, not that I don't find it fun, or I don't find it like, it's not that it's not difficult, it's like, I'm kind of like, oh, I probably missed out on some cool things that could have possibly happened here if I had done it previously. Nonetheless, you know, it all gets done eventually. So signpost over here, again, I do not really trust my war steed, because he is very, very clumsy. And doesn't know when to let me go to places, so I'm going to... I don't know if it's a situation where, like, it's the war steed's fault, or like it's just that the thing that I'm trying to interact with doesn't play with war steeds very well because of when it was released as a quest sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure, because it could be that like, you know, it works on a regular steed, but because the war steed acts and handles differently, then it doesn't play ball too well. I like to think that, because I don't want to think war steeds are entirely annoying. So just talk to this guy who seems like he wants to attack us.
Well met.
And then we got another one where we have to collect the stolen dwarf gold ingot, who is like up here in this area. We can already see it on our mini-map. We can also get some, like, low-level scholar items here, I guess. I can also remember now why I didn't want to do all the Dunlending stuff, because it's seemingly the most difficult tier to actually do, honestly. You need 704 total. That's a little bit frustrating. So I'm actually wanting to look in the supply crate as well. See what we can get. Some interesting stuff. And then we have to... Yeah, I think this is to the guy... Yeah, he's in the tomb. We have to go to Thorin's Hall at some point. I got lost a little bit there. Thorin's Hall's a little bit disorientating. More specifically when you're trying to find an individual person. Because quest rings don't really show. Which is fun. But at least I know where the guy is now. That's why I did my pre-run through. So let's talk to you.
Well met.
Yeah, so now Thorin's Hall we go. Oh no, that's a lie. Now we go to Thorin's Hall. Right, and because we can, we're gonna get on our steed. Because you can in Thorin's Hall, it's quite nice. And he is actually in a place we've previously been to, because we've been over to the vault before, which is up to the right over here. And we have most likely, I think, possibly talked to this guy before. I'm not sure if he's still part of that quest. Or maybe he never was. But he's part of the puzzle vault. Did we actually finish the puzzle vault? Maybe we did. Am I dumb? I might be dumb. Yes, I am dumb. Okay. He's actually... It's not... I'm not supposed to go here yet. I'm supposed to go to High Crag first, which is me being stupid. I think that is one of the kind of slightly annoying things about doing this before, is I am kind of jumping ahead of myself a tad, which I don't particularly want to do.
Greetings, traveler. I would be
Yeah, so now I take it over there, and then you have a quest for me as well.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
So I think what we will do quickly is now head to Thorin's Hall, then come back, and then do everything else. Now, we definitely know where this guy is this time, at least. But yeah, we got a few interesting, nice quests. I'm saying interesting too much, and I'm picking myself up on it now. But we have another warning quest. We have a kill some mammoths. It's not a guaranteed drop, so we have to possibly kill more than 3. But we might be lucky. It might be only be 3. And we have to kill some specific giants, some kind of bossy giants. But the good thing is that's going to be part of a deed also, so we can, there's a really nice big place full of giants that we can kill them in. Which is, you know, kind of what we want in the end of the day. And we'll be back on our steed. We're going to go and kill some mammoths, which are going to go over here. So there's a 3 in each dot area that's up here. I think it's 3 at least. It possibly is 4. But it's definitely at least 3. So if we're lucky, we only have to go to 1. If we're unlucky, we'll have to go to the second one, which isn't a huge deal, but I'd prefer to be lucky if I'm honest. First time, and there is a dude who is actually a roving threat over here. Hello, you are going to attack me. That is not what I want. Yeah, so it seems that being over like 105, I guess, sort of, is kind of where we would want to be. For this. I don't like roving threats, they're scary. Yeah, so we were a little unlucky, we've only got 1 out of 3. We're just going to kill some bears on the way down to take out our frustrations and carry on with this all. I don't know why I'm killing those, they literally have no benefit to me. They do not have a slay deed, they have nothing. They are useless. Don't you think there's a quest relating to them anywhere during this sort of whole thing? I don't want to say it's a route because I've really not got much planned. I just kind of know where I'm going. If I'm to call something a route, it's been planned. Like the interleague stuff or the LOTRO point stuff or anything like that. That's been planned over a very long time. This is literally 2 days in the making, I think. which isn't enough time for me to be 100% confident in its efficiency, but it gets it finished at least. I just have to hope that I'm decently lucky with these mammoths. I have hopefully a chance of... No, okay, cool. We've not got the best thing. So we got one from each. We've got to go down here anyway, so we, you know, it worked out in the end, but a little bit frustrating that we didn't get it first time. So here's actually the route, which is quite nice to go to the place we need to go to for the sign. We also got the high crags, which is actually a fairly easy, or the high passes rather, the relatively easy to complete explorer deed, which we will get onto all those obviously as soon as we're done with this, which we're actually basically 2/3 of the way through, which is quite nice. We have giant company, find the giant, or giant country. Treating the giants, treating with the giants may tell you about their motives. Well, we'll see. I don't know if I did giant country. Yeah, I can speak. I don't know if I did giant country. I hate these things. These are horrible things. They actually look genuinely like trolls. I kind of, not trolls. These are trolls. Giants, I can kind of deal with them. Trolls, I'm not a huge fan. I'll be honest. Right, I got giants, giant country, thunder in the thingy, majiggy. Where's the Thunder Lord? Who is the Thunder? Did you just trip over? Genuinely, did you just trip over? That would be amazing if you did. Right, who's the Thunder Lord? Right, apparently there's mammoths around here, so I need to find a mammoth. A mammoth. I cannot see too many mammoths around. I'm a little disappointed in, if I'm honest. I see one. Hopefully, please drop. Please be useful. Drop things. Drop what I need. Drop the item we're all after. Thank you. You actually listened to me for once. How very nice of you. So, Thunder Lord. Thunder in the Mountains. That is over here. J.R.R. Is that somewhere we need to go? It is somewhere we need to go. Have we been there before? Because that's part of where giants dwell. We have not been to J.R.R. before, so we're going to need to do that anyway. And we need to go through that area anyway to get to the final, well, not the final, but the three of these guys. It's also an amazing place for for killing giants, because we need to kill. It's actually a relatively good one. It's actually a 5100, which is kind of, I think, the best considering the frequency of them. Like, actually the frequency of them. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm also happy that I just broke my legs. Right, so we're gonna go through here. We're just gonna kind of take these guys. The problem is, obviously, they're a lot easier to take out when you're 112. Again, we're actually not that far off. We're only 22 levels. Well, yeah, 22 levels away. That's really weird to think about, but we're actually not far from the old level cap before Mordor, which is kind of interesting and cool to think about. But the basically, yeah, we're not as powerful. We've not got, like, you know, if you jump to 106, the gear there is amazingly jumped up in stats, so it would be quicker, which is why I didn't want to lower the time too much from my messing up, because we're going to be quick at killing anyway. But hopefully this all works out for the best. We're actually going the wrong way again. I don't really care too much because I'm killing giants. We might even get the first part of the deep completed without the accelerator. But I think the way we're doing it might not. Again, this is It's not a might, it definitely isn't the most efficient. Like, most efficient would be doing like kind of all three things at once and trying to get it all done within 1.5 hours, which I don't think is necessarily possible unless you've done all the quests beforehand. Which by that virtue you've probably done a bunch of the other deeds beforehand, because for example to kill the Thunderlord I have to go to J.R.R, and that is part of a deed, for example. That's how that all works. They don't necessarily send you to a random area just because it's kind of relevant to a quest, but yeah, basically I'm doing each section separately, which is too efficient. Like, there's at least 3 areas for where giants dwell that I could have been to by now in this time, but I haven't done it because, like, I've been focusing on the other things. Where are we actually going for this? So I need to go left here. This is a bit of a maze. A maze filled with giants. Yeah, so he's kind of down on like a little hill here, I think. He is kind of a little separate. I can respect him for. Yeah, he's like down here. You saw his thing. His kind of cool plate around his name. Or icon, rather. Right, that's that one killed. Now we got this one all the way up here, which I can't honestly remember 100% how to get to. I kind of think... Yeah, I got up there. That makes sense to me. So we should be good. I want to check. Yeah, we've only got actually 4 quests. That seems to be a common occurrence. We only have 4 quests running. Pretty alright with that though, because that means I can have a deed and 4 quests running, and I don't have to get confused about what I'm doing. So I think... I don't know, is he back there? I think he's back this way. Yeah, I think this seems familiar. We're halfway there. Roughly. So if we had our accelerator on, we would have done this. Yeah, he's here. Cool, I got ya. Then we just need to find out a way to J.R.R. That's actually one of the places I think I already had beforehand on the other character. So we're a little bit higher up, so we need to go down here. We're going to kind of use the mini-map because that's our biggest strength, I think. Having that seems to be so, at least. If we get super... Well, I was going to say if we get super lost, we don't have to do the quest, but we have to find the area. It's whether or not we want to kill the guy, because maybe he's like too powerful for us, honestly. That's not what I wanted to do. I just accidentally went out. Oh, J.R.R. Have I technically been there then? Does that... Okay, that's an interesting... What? Okay, so it's technically the flag's all the way over there, but anywhere in here counts as discovering it, which I'm pretty happy that's a thing, but I'm surprised it is a thing, if I'm honest. Ooh, maybe we have it. Maybe we have it. It seems like we're very, very close. Oh, it's like we're in the same area, we're just on the wrong level. I need to get on their level. I think they're a bit too tall for me though. Okay, so we got an area over here. I really wish sometimes we could like scroll out of the map. Because like it's nice to have... I think I know where it is. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. It's like you turn right here and... Oh no, okay. Oh no, nope, I got it wrong. I thought I was somewhere else for a moment. This is why we don't use slider decelerators at the same time as getting to places, because it is confusing. Yeah, I might be misthinking of a place, but I know I can see where I'm trying to go. It's just getting there. That's the issue. Like, that is an exit. That is an entrance. They do not work the way I want them to. So we go back up here, I assume. That's the only way we can seemingly work this. And maybe go this way? That seems to go up, like, a decent amount. Up higher. Ooh, nope, this is where we want to be. How do we do that? If we were on our war steed, we'd actually be able to scroll out a little bit further. Maybe this way? I think we've already been this way. Ooh, but we didn't fully go around, did we? We went down there. Ah, I think I might have got it. I think we're on track. Ooh, there's a treasure cache. Yeah, actually, that's something. Are you? I think you are. I think. Okay, I meant to mention this at the beginning, but I forgot it was a thing. Okay, no, you aren't what I thought you were. There are treasure caches around, and I think now that we're level 90, we can actually access them. It's either level 90 or 95. It's actually a deed for them to get all of them in the area. I think it's 12. There is a deed for it. I'm not going to be doing that deed, mainly because I just don't have the thing. Also because it doesn't count towards the big deed I want to worry about. And I think you have to be a certain level requirement, so I'm a little like, I don't want to do that sort of thing. Right, I'll take you out. I'll kill you guys because it's easy deed thingies. And then back to High Crag we go, I think. That's all 4 of those. Is where we want to go to. Cool, so we'll just take these guys out quickly. Get more towards our thing. And then when we've got the accelerator, we can just come through here pretty quickly. Especially considering how little it actually requires to us to kill of them. But we can come through it pretty quickly as like our starter thing. But I don't know why I did that, considering I've moved it all the way there. I'm also going to sell some stuff because our inventory is a little bit full. So I hope we make back our money on this whole thing, because we are definitely spending a lot, so let's just sell some stuff quickly. I think everything in here should be fine. I don't think I've got any, like, you know, heritage runes or anything that we have to worry about. But yeah, we've definitely made our money back. Like, that was like, you know, 1 gold, pretty much. So that's 3 quests to complete. We have to get an item. Mind my words, traveler. And then another item. And then another item. And then I complete this one for an item. And then accept this one to the high pass. Which, I don't know what the high pass is. Oh, it's the place that we haven't been to yet. So let's actually fix that and actually go there then. So yeah, we are really close actually. This will be 25 after finishing this quest. So that's pretty good. We'll also have a stable master that we previously didn't have. And these quests are relatively easy from what I understand. Also, it reminds me of, or not reminds me, but I think it first takes us to a place that we haven't been to yet, which is always good. But also, it's a really good place for killing wargs. Which I also think is a... No, wargs is a 100, 200 one, yeah. I think snow beasts and... yeah, snow beasts and worms were our last ones to finish when I did this originally. And we get to see Grimbjorn, which is like the only time you see him other than being a Bjorning. I was a little bit surprised when I actually saw him, considering I didn't know he left.
What do you want?
Right, so yeah, he has a bunch of quests. We'll talk to you, finish this one, So yeah, there's 5 just from these 2 here, which will be relatively easy to finish, and that'll be 30, which actually means we got a bunch of... Oh, you're a forward. Okay, I don't really care about that quest because it's not going to give us anything.
Lend me your ear.
So we're not going to be able to finish just from this, which is a little annoying, but we'll still have a lot going for us, which is good. Are you something I need to kill? Do you actually give me it? Yeah, you do. Good. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna have to get 1 extra quest afterwards, but that's fine. They're relatively easy. I think there's one that just talked to Gandalf in Rivendell, which is quite nice. Though I never did that one, so I'm not actually sure if it counts. But considering I got one that was talk to Elrond, and then Elrond talking to Gloin, I would assume they work pretty easily. I'm going completely the wrong way, but I've definitely gone the wrong way that way. Damn it. I did that a lot. I'm very good at falling off of things. It's like my forte. Oh my god, that is like far worse than I thought it was. We're actually going to travel back to High Crag. Not High Crag. We're going to go back to Hrimbarg and then going to go to that place again. Yeah, so let's be a bit more careful this time. We're actually going to go down this way. Because this takes us to like some goblin camps, which we need to go to anyway for the fire pots. Which is good. And it gets us some Tempest wargs, which is also pretty good. So we have to go around this kind of outskirts bit a little while first before getting to our proper place. But there's some lit up nice areas. I think over here is one of them. So you can kind of see the goblin-y sort of structures around. And then all the way down here you can see all this stuff, so that's pretty good. What we'll do is we'll just sort of slide down the side, take down who we need to take down. So we need to take down 6 of each one. So 6 bombers, 6 guards, 6 stabbers, and 6 guards, 6 stabbers, 6 bombers, and get 5 fire pots, which leads us to a little funny-ish little interaction that we get to see, which is, you know, it's kind of cool. I like when that sort of stuff happens, rather than it just being, hey, you did this thing for me, thanks. You kind of get a funny little thing afterwards, so we'll get to see that in a minute. So how many more fire pots? We need 5 in total. Yeah, we've got 3 from this, so we're gonna have to go to at least 1 more camp bit, with at least, like, unless it's only got 1, at which point we'll go to 2, I guess. Which I think this one does only have 1. And we'll be then up to 5 bombers, which means we need 1 more of each. We need, well, 1 more of stabbers and bombers, which stabber is there. Good, and guard we already have, but we'll kill him anyway. Cool, and then Tempest wargs. Where are you guys? You're kind of a bit lower down, so we will make our way where we need to. Kind of skid down the edge if we can. Oh, no. That did not go enough. Actually, that went pretty well. I was expecting a bit of a longer duration for that, if I'm honest. But that was pretty good. I was actually a fan of that. So now we just need to find some wargs, which there's a few stowed away over here, if I'm correct. I might be in the wrong place, honestly. We just only need a few though, so we shouldn't be too bad. Like they're very widespread around the place, so and you can see that even just from the map. And again, this always helps for our deed, which is nice. So we're going to be on 8. We need 2 more. See 1 over here at the very least. Let's see if we can find 1 more whilst looking around. There's 1. No, that's not 1. There's 1. find some sign of Glorwen among the giant ruins. That's another one that we have to do. Giant ruins are over here, so we're gonna go have a quick run over there with our war steed, which is nice because, especially now, because it's only required a one-way trip. Pretty much is required because we can swift travel back to Hrimbarg and then over to the whatever it was called, the other place. It begins with a V. That is not what I put them. In all my time, I actually haven't seen that one before, if I'm honest. Haven't seen it. Didn't even see it during the last time. That's kind of cool, actually. I always like to see new things. Yeah, this area over here, this is a nice warg-filled place, which is good for us, but we are mainly focused on this. It's kind of over here, I think. Yeah, Glorwen's bow. And then back to the V place we go, and I think there's a place up there where we have to battle a bunch of wargs, which is really, again, quite good for the deed. So a bunch of quests.
Megovanen. Greetings to you, Swilad Melan.
You have a way of the pack, which, yeah, I think
Megovanen. Might
we
you
will
spare a
accept,
moment of your
because
time?
obviously
What do you
we
need?
have so many quests
What do you want?
to finish. We need, yeah, let's just get one of those. And then our final quest, once we have this nice little fun thing. I spent so long trying to learn who Awind was, like where he was, and I was clicking here and like, where do I go? And then I realized it's just this dude.
What do you want?
So then we need to talk to Thorgest, which well, we'll actually just swift travel there, I guess, or travel skill there, because he is all the way in here. Sleep on his bed. Well, it's not asleep currently, but you know what I mean.
I am beset by misery.
He has a bunch of quests. We're not going to worry about those, because what's the point when you don't have to worry about them, because this is our final one, which is actually pretty cool. It's like, I think it was quicker than I previously did. I don't know how long we've been on. I've not been timing myself, but I think it feels quicker. So I'm pretty happy about that. So let's talk to this dude, finish,
Megovanen.
and get some perfect pies. There we are. We have completed quests of the Misty Mountains. That's the one. So that is 1/3 of our main thing to do. Now we're going to go for complete explorer of the Misty Mountains, which is going to be kind of a fun thing, because that's a lot of just running about. So Forbidden Heights, where giants dwell, ruins of the Misty Mountains, and the high passes are the 4 main ones. Then we have 2 more, which are Bilbo's Buttons and the Goblin Town area, which both are kind of are the same area, honestly. So yeah, but what we're going to start with first is we're just going to do a few of the well, we're going to do the Forbidden Heights, which I'm actually going to do them in the order they show me here. So the Black Crack, this is the one I actually have the most issues with, though now I actually know where it is, so I'm kind of happy about that. So yeah, we'll hopefully be a little quicker with this one, because I actually know where I'm going now. That could be disastrous for us. 6 seconds, please. 18. Why can that be 18? But like us falling from a very high cliff and bashing our face into a wall, just to kind of slow the fall, put us to 6. Why is that a thing? So we've got to go near the mountain's throat. We've got to go up to the Black Crack, and yeah, we've got 6 of these to do, so that shouldn't hopefully take too long. There's 5 showing. As soon as we do this one, there'll be a 6th. Well, there'll be all 5 showing, so that'll be fine on our behalf. You just gotta kind of go up here, and I'm really tempted to not be on my war steed because I actually fell off last time. I'm very good at that. Have I mentioned? Yeah, because the war steeds are a little bit uncontrollable sometimes when server doesn't want to keep up, and this is where it's going to prove my point. Yeah, like server doesn't want to keep up maybe, or even just client-side issues, or just it doesn't turn well sometimes. So you have sharp things like that. That is actually where I fell off, I'm pretty sure. So I'm very glad I didn't. So then down here. And we're actually really close to the next one, Domstrol. We were really close to it. We kind of still are, but we were a lot closer earlier. So there we are, Black Crank. That is just a kind of secret way into the what's it called? The Goblin Town. We don't really need it particularly, because what's the point in it? How long is that going to be for? 30 seconds? War Steed, you just... I sometimes feel like, as a War Steed, you're not very well equipped to, like, things as much as me. Like, I could take that fall without a lot of pain. Just means we've got to go back up to full speed later. So, what we can do is we can kind of kill two birds with one stone. At this place, we can go Domstol. We can also go Starkarth. Over in this kind of area. We also have Akatol, which is behind us. It's actually there. So that's kind of in these areas. We've already got Hrimbog, obviously. If we didn't, I'd be very confused how that worked out. Even if it required us to like go inside, we've already done that, obviously. So it kind of works out well for us. So over here, up there is Domstol. But we also need to go to the middle area, which is all the way up here. Which I also just remember now, I've kind of messed myself up slightly because I mentioned there's a quest where you get to challenge something. I think it's called Black Fang. We don't get to do that now. That sucks. Yeah, you get to go here and you get to... all of them come and make a circle around you. It's kind of cool. Alright, so we found one place. Then we got to do Domstol. And then we got to run back to Akatol, Akeltot, whatever. And then... I don't know where one of the other places I'm looking for is. Right, Domstol is there. So I'm looking for... Yep, so I got that one. Rhythm Boars is there. And... oh, Akotol is... yeah. Yeah, that makes sense now. I was confused. I saw 3, but I only could see 2 that I hadn't mentioned. Because they're little display by numbers. Cool. Very good at doing that. So yeah, we'll go Akeltot first, then travel back to Hrimbog, and then that'll get us closer to the Rhythm Boars, which is, I think... yeah, the Rhythm Boars is the place where all the worms are, actually. So I think we'll do a run through of that area, because that'll be quite nice. And then by the time we come back, they'll have respawned. We'll have a few, because worms are a 100, 200. So I'm a little upset about that fact. So I want to get them kind of out of the way as early as I can. I don't know, I'm going this way. I'm going the completely wrong way. I think it's because I was talking about Hrimbog and naturally went towards it. That is not where we want to go. We want to go to Akeltot, which is all the way over here. Luckily it's not this area. I'm not a huge fan of that area. I don't know if we've gone there. Well, I mean we have gone there, but I don't know if we had already been there prior to this, or we have been there already, like today. But I wasn't a fan of trying to get to that place previously. It's a lot of... it's like trying to go this direction into the giant halls, like from Hrimbog down through like Sebalos and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a bit disorientating. I don't like it too much. So, Ackledot, I'm stuck in a tree. Please help me. So that's Ackledot. We need to kind of go around to get there. Were we not here, like, just a little bit ago? Maybe we just didn't go close enough to actually get to the place. Come on. Come on. You'll get there eventually. Now we're getting farther away. And now we're coming back in. Yeah, I swear this is where we're coming through with all the bombs and stuff. I guess I just didn't go through. I've wasted a bit of time by doing that, haven't I? I didn't actually realize we hadn't had the place yet, I guess. Plus I was focusing on the quests. Again, that's the case of it not being the most efficient thing in the world. You can combine a certain few things, but unlike let's say a LOTRO point thing or a you know, the In League, for example, you can't really practice this too many times on a higher level character, just because once you've done it, you're done. You can't reset that fact. Right, though, we will need to go back over here. Hello, you are a signature. And I have now seen you. Right, so I think this is the first time in a while we've been to Rimburg, but not instantly going to travel anywhere. We are going the wrong way. Come on. I think we have recently gone to Rimburg and just travelled straight from horse, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we mainly just focus on our regular horse. Like, oh my god, I'm like hopping quite a lot and I didn't get any fall damage from that. That's like the best case scenario right there. So yeah. Two places relatively close together, or at least relatively quickly to go through. However, this is a cave full of worms. So I'm actually going to go kill those. Unless they've been taken out. They don't look like they have. No, it doesn't look like they've actually been taken out, which is quite nice. That's a thing I'm worried about. I'm actually recording this later than I record most of my videos because of timing things. So I'm actually, because I'm on a US server, I think I'm actually at a more active than usual time. I'm actually recording this at like midnight because I don't have the ability to at any other time right now. I don't know why I'm gonna complete this quest. Yeah, sure, let's kill 12 of them. There's 12 in here. But yeah, because I don't want to have to delay like I did 350. Episode 350 was a little bit delayed. I'm recording this in a completely different place at a very different time. Here's a treasure cache. This will start. Oh, it's minimum level 90. Yeah, I was correct. It was 90. I knew it was definitely 90 or 95. But yeah, that gives us this deed, which is technically part of the Misty Mountains, but it's kind of based on not epic battles. These are like used for the roving threat stuff. I mean, it does give us fortitude, which I don't know if we're using fortitude. It doesn't look like it gives us might, so I assume we're not. We'll do it at some point. I think there's a few areas like Forakel also has something similar, so we'll probably do it at some point. But I don't want to do them particularly right now. Maybe we'll do them after we finish this. Maybe we'll add that as a little bolt-on thing. But I actually don't know where they all are. So that's my biggest thing, is I just don't know where they are. And I don't have a thing for it. I don't have a thing to show me actually where it is. So once we just kind of loop around with this again, we'll get everything, get back on track. That's what we'll do. I don't know why I still have this up. Come on, this should be our, like, one of our final ones. It looks like they're all respawning back. No, they're not actually respawning back. There's just that many. So that's just a quest that if we want to, we can complete. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's actually like in Rimburg. We can just complete that later then. That's fine. So that just gives us a chance for those to respawn. You can see how like kind of far out it goes, which is pretty cool. So we'll sort of travel back this way. And then we just got to kind of go down to this kind of villagey bit looking thing that we're pointing at. That is our final area for the Forbidding Heights. And then we have where giants dwell, which we've only got actually 2 more to go, which is actually pretty good. I will travel to High Crag for that one because, again, trying to get from kind of this area to this area, I'm not a fan of. Can't really do it all that well, so I'd rather travel through High Crag's sort of area. What do I want? I want to kind of go around this way, I think. And there's a lot of these guys. Oh, there was actually a quest relating to these guys, I remember. I definitely missed out a bunch of quests, damn. Okay, so yeah, as you can see from here, we have explored the Misty Mountains now. There's actually 6 different parts of this, but obviously we only have 4 here. We're missing the 2, which is explore Goblin Town and find Bilbo's buttons, which we will do. I do have a map for them, as I said, but for the moment, we won't worry about them too much. Should we try? I'm gonna try, okay? I've been complaining about it so much that I really want to just give it a shot at trying to get to Giant Sword. Now that I've said that I have an issue with it, I'm gonna do it really easily, I feel like. Because that's just how things go, it seems. But, like, when I say something's difficult, it suddenly becomes easy. When I compliment something, it does the bad thing. Like, I'll compliment War Steeds, and then suddenly it breaks. Or I'll compliment how I'm not having lag today, and then I'll have really bad lag. It's a problem. I'm just unlucky with what I say and how it reflects how things go. So yeah, you kind of have to go up. Yeah, I think it's these things that always throw me off. It's like they're going up the back and forth sort of things, the pathways. I guess I pay attention too much to the world instead of the map, which probably would be easier, because you can kind of see a more defined path up on the mini-map. And then there should be some giants up here. Yeah, I know this area by those bricks. There's a giant. Okay, told you it will be easy the time I'm recording and mentioning I'm having difficulty with it. Or not. I could have that happen. Come on, back to working. There we are. Keep you at 8.4 before we get you back on a corner. And then we have, actually, Ruins of the Misty Mountains. We've only got 1 more of those. I'm just trying to work out where that one is quickly. Ooh. Oh, that's actually like really close to where we could have got that if we go to High Crag. Like it's that there, pretty much. Like it's near enough there. So it's a very easy one to get. I don't know actually how we haven't before. Well, I think it's because we've probably been there, but we didn't have the Misty Mountains access when we previously did need it. So where do we need to go? We need to go to the Lawnstone and Greyboar End, which is actually not where I thought it was. Okay, that's fine. So we're actually pretty much dead on. Now we're dead on to the Lawnstone. And then Greyboar End is again kind of just directly in front of that. So the Lawnstone I think should be this bit. Yep, that's the Lawnstone. And then kind of just a little further down is going to be Greyboar End. We might have to do some kind of like, might have to go through a certain path, kind of like getting to the Thunder Giant guy to get this one done. Though I think it's just here. Yeah, Greyboar End. So that's that done. Hrith's Haven is I think a case of just going back to High Crag. And then High Passes is going to be the next one. Which we can actually kind of get done relatively easy now. Which I think is pretty good. So we're going to go to High... Actually, we're going to go Glorious Camp first. because we can kind of kill two birds with one stone, because Cirith Imladris is here, and then the other place, the Whitcleft, is really next, like really close to High Crag, so we can just go to High Crag and finish both of those. It's in fact like here and then up here, so like a little bit northwest, yep, northwest, and then a little bit to the southeast. I don't know if you can see the mouse. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. It's a little bit inconsistent. I actually don't know what's causing the difference between that, but if you can see it, you know where it is. If not, we're going there anyway. I need to go to High Crag, not Hrimburg. So we'll dismount. I'm actually gonna take a regular steed, because I feel like we're gonna have struggles otherwise. We won't get there as fast, but it kind of means we have a bit more control. It's gonna be up in this area. And looks like it's just gonna be up here. There we are, high pass is complete. And then we will get on to the next one, which is, again, relatively close. I'm just gonna double check. It's definitely that one. Yeah, it looks like it is. And then we can go to Goblin Town and explore Goblin Town and Bilbo's Buttons. And I actually like Goblin Town only because of the one place that I find really interesting, which we'll be able to show when we're actually there. I do think it's kind of a cool place, even though I've only been there once, because I didn't know it existed until pretty much yesterday. So yeah, here's this area. This is actually where we were for the for killing those mammoths. But I think it's up here then. There's a kind of a building up here, which I accidentally found originally. Like, I was kind of searching the area, the general area, but what is up with this map? Hey, mini-map. What are you doing? I don't know if I can find it now. It's up there. It's okay, so we need to, yeah, so I'm a little bit too far. So I'm gonna go down again. It's 24, what is it, 24.9, 1.9. So I have to go quite a bit west, it seems, and then a little bit north. There's another case of, like, when I'm looking for it, I can't find it. Here it is. Yeah, if I'm looking for it, I can't find it. If I'm not looking for it, I stumble upon it. Yeah, this will be our final thing before Goblin Town then, where I'm gonna have to swap my map out quickly. There we are. Ruins of Misty Mountains done. I'm gonna go to Hrimburg. I'm gonna go up to Goblin Town, which is basically over here at the mountain's throat, and also grab the new map. So we're on our war steed now. We're gonna go up to the mountain's throat, and I've got the new map up. That's gonna show some of the buttons, and on top of that there's, I think, 8 buttons, and like all but 3 of them can be picked up. So 5 of them can be picked up. 3 of them you actually need to obtain them from killing goblins in the area, so we're gonna have to do some senseless killing, but that should be fine. And then we have a few places to find as well, but it's actually not too many. I think there's only like 6, 7, I think it's 7. 7 places to actually find, so it's not actually too bad when you actually, you know, boil it down. So we're not going to worry about the Black Crack. We're going to go to the mountain's throat, because we can kind of have a nice run through of it then. We've kind of got a nice pathway. And what I'll do actually is I will, this is actually a proper link that I can show. So because again, the maps I have I don't think are available anymore. But I will link this one in the description if you do want this one at all. Okie dokie, so we are gonna have a fun time here. So we can't kill any of them for the badges or the buttons as of yet. The reason for that is because it doesn't actually take effect as them having a drop until you obtain your very first one. So we can't do that for the moment, so we're gonna have to quickly grab it from this debris pile over here, and that'll also get us our deed. There we are. I'm actually gonna take this one off, the Explorer one, because we don't really need it. And then I need to kind of reposition myself, get myself sorted, and work out where I'm going. So we're gonna actually go down, it looks like, to start with. And then kind of stay this way. And hope that I'm kind of going where I think I'm going. I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. If not, we get a little bit lost, you know. Nothing new. But for the moment, I'm on track. So we should be good. We don't really need to kill any, like, enemies. There's bosses around this area. We don't necessarily need to kill them. I mean, there's these guys, which I wonder if... Yeah, they seem to have that deed available, so... There's 3, as I said, that we can get from here, so... I think for the most part, though, we will focus on... I mean, if I've got a big army like this, I don't see why it's not worth... just taking them out, but... Like, especially if I just walk past and sort of do that. But my worry is losing track of where I'm actually going. Which I kind of already done. I think I need to go this way again. And then right. And yes, this should take me to the slave pens, which we only really need to go into and then out of. Yep, so new deed, Goblin Town. We can also get, and I don't know if I've, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't know if I've gotten, oh no I have. Okay, so we can actually get Rivendell rep from these guys, some elvish relics, which we're actually being quite lucky with, honestly. So that's quite nice. We can use that to our advantage. And you got these boulders which you can click on. And it does that, and it's kind of cool. And then if you aren't over level for the area, you actually get sometimes, oh, we got a blackened cufflink, that's nice. You actually get some enemies sometimes, like that big group that we had, they kind of show up. Oh, you are not actually one I want to kill. You are not going to drop anything for me, so ignore me, please. I swear, I mean no harm. So, yeah, so there's a few areas to this place, you know. So we kind of have a lot going on when it comes to where we need to be going. We've already lost track. We kind of have to go this way and then back up. So as soon as, yeah, there we are. I was going to say, as soon as we get our stuff back in terms of what we need to do, then we should be good. A lot of going and like wrapping around yourself. There's a lot of kind of wrapping pathways. And it's another case I think of. There's at least one area in this place where the fact that you have like every layer of an area, like, you know, this place is on the same layer as this place, instead of segmented for different layers maybe in some areas. Does confuse you because you're like, hey, I'm on a path. There's a pathway over here that shouldn't exist. That's peculiar. Right, so this should be the deep fires now. Should I think? Do we have to go to? No, we just have to kind of go in the place. There we are, deep fires. So back out the way we came. And on to our next area, which actually, the next place actually has another button in it, which is quite nice. So this is going to be the Thunder Grot, which is going to be one of the places with a button. The other place is, well, you've got Eglanur, and you've also got the Warsteadings. We don't currently go to the Warsteadings. I've gone the wrong way. I have somehow gone the wrong way. That's interesting. How have I done that? I do not know what I have done. How have I achieved this? Have I gone up when I'm supposed to go down? I have not. I have lost track. Okay. I slightly think I might know where I've gone wrong. Yeah, okay, cool. That was a really weird shadow just then. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, this is where I went wrong. So I went wrong, tried to correct myself, was correct in trying to correct myself, but then I thought I was wrong, so I went back to the wrong way, and then found the right way. So, it all worked out in the end. So now we kind of zigzag over to this area, kind of like, you know, going to the left, on the map at least, and then going down, then going left, and then going down, and then going left, and then we get to Thundergrot. I kind of want to say it like that. I don't know why. Probably nowhere near said like that, but still, it's cool to say. So that's just that place. Let's get out of here once we found it. That's actually a lie. We need to get a button, don't we? So we have to do a lot of kind of. You can't really jump down this area. You can actually. That's a lie. Why am I lying? I don't know. The only problem is you got to do a lot of walking back up. So there is a refuse pile over here. That's going to be where our button is. So if you're doing this, I just generally suggest pressing delete around the place so you know where you're going. Though speaking of which, now you can see the deed actually. You can actually see possibly the place I was talking about that I said it was I found quite interesting. I do like the place. It's cool. I'll show you it later when we're there. Shouldn't take too long. I do like this place in terms of the deeds because as much as they were a surprise to me, they're actually just two very nice, fairly easy deeds to do, especially when you're higher level than the enemies and they don't attack you. If you're going through here and they were attacking you, this would probably be a little bit of a hell. Just because you'd be stopping and sniping so much. But the fact that we are over leveled for these guys, like by literally double their level, you know, I'm pretty happy about it, and I think it's kind of cool. We get two deeds fairly easily done, fairly quickly. So out of there, back we will go the same way we went. Then we're gonna go up to Eglanur. We're gonna go to the Great Goblin's Den, which is actually a instance which we are then going to go into and then get out of because we don't want to do it, and then Golem's Cave, and then back to Warsteadings to pick up the last two buttons, and then out of here back to deeding to Frimburg probably, if I'm honest. But that does mean we need to start killing these guys again because we are going to be missing out on those two buttons that we need. And I don't want to have to be killing them later, to be honest, too much. Come on. I want your buttons. Give me your buttons. Okay, we have to go this way anyway. That's fine. That's whatever. It's another boulder. So that's fine. These guys will still drop stuff. Hopefully. Please do this for me. We've only had one drop so far. I'm not sure the percentage chance, like how high a chance it is to drop. Feels low though. So we should be at Eglanur now. There we are. So we're going to take a few of these out whilst we have the ability to. Oh, we've got a bend button. That's nice. I don't know which of the next button is that we need to pick up. It doesn't actually say which buttons are which on here. So, yeah. Alright, we need to... Oh, we don't even have to go into there. I thought we had to go in there. I don't know why. Either way, now we have to go all the way to the right over here, then all the way north, then all the way, you know, east again, and then south, and then east. And then we're in Golem's Cave, which is pretty cool. I do like the place. Not that it seems cozy, I just like the way the place looks in terms of design. I wouldn't want to live there. I just think it's cool. I can admire it. Damn it. It seems this place, like, if I were to go that way, maybe after the instance, like, there's a way of getting out. Because it looks like on a map there is a way of like, an exit from the Great Goblin Den. We actually need to go this way. You can kind of see these scrawlings of yeah. Someone you do not want to trifle with. So this is Golem's Cave. You do have to go a little further in, unfortunately. There's some worms. We actually did a pretty good job of, like, we went from like 1 to 42. That's 41 kills. Double that, that's 82. That's pretty good. Like, in 3 trips, you've done it. Right, there we are. So now we are gonna travel a little bit further back. We're gonna go all the way back through this area. There's actually a button on the way back in Eglinur. There's 2 buttons in Warsteadings, and then there's 1 button we need to get as a drop. Because I actually forgot the one in Eglinur that I was meant to get. Or, it's not in Eglinur, it's just a bit before. But we've got to go back that way anyway, so it kind of works out. All I wish is that we could have, you know, be in our steed, but we can't. Our steed is not allowed in this area, unfortunately. Wish it was, it'll be a lot quicker. Yeah, you can definitely see there's some sort of exit. I don't know if that's possibly then on a higher level. Could be. Could be on a higher level area that we just can't access, like, at all. Yet. Maybe it is literally only something that you can get from the instance. That might be a thing. I was gonna say Zaga, whatever. You're gonna drop me my button that I need. No, you're not. God damn it. Drop my button. In a minute, I'm just gonna go through and rapid fire these guys. Right. Take you out. We're gonna press delete. There's a ruined bag over here. That's what we're after. And then back now to Warsteadings, whilst killing some enemies every so often, because we need the stuff. Kind of wish I went to Warsteadings first, because then I could, like, just be getting the button now that I needed, and then getting out of here. But I didn't do that. Don't necessarily know why. Okay, we got the tarnish button. Perfect. Now we don't have to worry about killing stuff. Yay, for once I complained about something, and it made it easier for me. Not just, hey, you're not getting the button now. It was, hey, here, have the button. Stop whining for once. So, a lot of walking forward. Pretty much just auto run is, like, your savior here. Like, just because. You can use your mouse to kind of rotate. You can use auto run. I'm not even touching the keyboard. It's great. I love it. You can kind of leave it. Set it, forget it. Have yourself run. I actually don't know where I am in terms of where I need to be, but we're definitely not in the Warsteadings area. This is this place. So yeah, now we don't, yeah, so that's what I mean by sometimes they come and attack you. So that's why I can see it would be a real hassle if you were on level, or like within level. But As long as you can come through and not need that to happen, then that's all good. So, just the war steadings to go, which, again, I'm actually slightly confused about where I am. I am too far forward, kind of. I think I can salvage this. I think. Can we go through this gate? That did not help. Okay, we can't salvage it from where I need to be, but I can fix it. It's because the map I'm using actually includes all of like the entire map, like all of the sections like stitched together. So it gets a little confusing, but we're actually back on track now. So we need to go left here. And it's a relatively easy, well, looking at the map I've got, it was originally confusing, but you just need to go down here, I think it was. It's a little counterintuitive to what the map makes you think. Okay, I am now off track, but okay, yeah. So the map makes you think you go up here. You don't. You go over here. Through this cave. No, you don't. Why did I think that? No, yes, you do. Sorry. Yes, you do. I originally thought it wasn't. I don't know why I'm killing this guy. I originally thought it wasn't because, oh, it says, you know, Den of the Northern Army. But no, you do go away through here. War steadings. Now, we just have to go about finding the two things we need. There is a quest in here, so that's always fun. But we need to worry about the buttons, and as soon as the buttons are done, we go back to Hrimmarg. So, I have actually lost myself a little bit. We actually, okay, so I need to go back kind of this way, jump down here, through this area. There should be me button up this area. We'll go to the left slightly in a moment. There we are, discarded pouch. And then you gotta worry about, you know, Dagal, if, you know, he is an enemy that will battle you. And then we will have to do the same, but kind of go into the center. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to see it from here. Probably not. Battered chest. That is what we're after. So we'll just jump down here. Have our shadow mess up a little bit. There we are. We have got 30 marks for completing the buttons. And then 100 marks for completing Explorer of the Misty Mountains. Now we just have Slayer of the Misty Mountains, which is going to be, oh, so long of a time. Okay then, so having a look at our deeds, we have well, Treasures of the Misty Mountains, but again, we're not worrying about that one. We have Deeds of the Misty Mountains to go. There are actually 6 Slayer deeds. There's one we haven't started yet, which is Trolls. However, we have 5 currently to throw in here. So what I'm actually going to do is, we are quite lucky. We have the Slayer deed accelerator is fairly easily done because we have the 30-minute one. So we can have a kind of gap every 30 minutes where we don't have to worry about efficiency. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to start with going down to the giant halls, because I want to go down to this area again, which had a bunch of giants, and we have the smallest amount for the giants to do, only 50. We're already quite far there. My war steed is having a little bit of a panic attack. I'm actually going to go to High Crow for this one, but it's the one that is closest to finishing and also is quickest to finish. We'll start with that. We'll start on a high. Then we'll probably go and do some bears and snow beasts because they are fairly close together. Then wargs, worms, and trolls. Actually, trolls you can also do with the giants. So we'll probably do those as well while we're at it. But what I want to do actually whilst we are kind of waiting is I want to go into the LOTRO store again. I want to see, we're at 1545 originally. We're now at 1625. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. I don't know how much that is exactly. If we're 1545 and we're on 1625 now, so we have gone up by at least, what is it, 20, 80? I think that is. Just quickly doing that in my head. That makes sense to me, yeah, 80. So 80 LOTRO points. Stash that or add that on top of 5, no 6 actually are going to give us 5 LOTRO points, so that's 30 extra. Then 5 or 6 that are going to give us 10, so that's another 60 plus 30, that's another 90. Plus a bunch of marks and a sturdy steel key. Pretty good if I do say so myself. We have this frost giant here. Kinda wish we had the quickness to kill him, but we don't. So what we're going to do now, we have trolls, we have bears, we actually have quite a lot of stuff here. What I'm actually going to do first is I am going to mainly focus on the giants, and then we'll come back this area, then we'll go back to Gloin's camp, and then we'll probably head back over to this area again to finish up with trolls, because I don't think there's going to be enough there. So we'll actually get rid of worms, because I think that's the one we're going to finish last anyway. Tends to be the case. And we're going to go find that area we had earlier, which we were doing that quest in. The, what was it called? Iobar? That place. That had a lot of enemies in it. That had a lot of giants. Double H kill there, plus actually killing most of them. It's going to be insane numbers. If only we could one-shot them. That would be a lot better. But for now, it's not something we're going to worry about. So we're going to dismount. We're going to start killing. We're going to accept that thing. And let us... Oh, we don't have enough focus. So now we're going to start. And we'll see our numbers go up. Slightly... I feel like we should kill one just because I don't like our numbers. But as soon as we complete this one, it's... Well, yeah, as soon as we can finish the 50 and it goes to the 100, it's going to default to 0 anyway. It's not going to still jump to the odd number. So we'll be even then. Which kind of makes technically a waste of a kill. You could say... Not a huge... Like, not a huge thing, though. If I'm honest. Take you out. Damage over time is really good for us. Especially when we hit, like, you know, we get them down to like 100 health, and then for some reason the game doesn't want us to attack. And then they die from damage over time. Here we are, Giant Slayer completed. How quick was that? So that's now gone down to 0. We just got to kill 50 more giants now, which I think there's more than enough in this area for us to do that. And that'll be our first easy one finished. Then we'll have enough space for all 5 remaining on our tracker at once. So yeah, once we've done these, we'll start on trolls, I think, as I said, and then we'll kind of be able to do some bears with that, I think, alongside them. Then we'll go to Gloin's camp, carry on with bears, carry on with snow beasts, because we're only halfway through the very first one for snow beasts at the moment, which isn't amazing. And then we'll head back, do finish off bears if we don't finish it, which I don't think we will at this place, but also finish off trolls. I do like how the ground kind of shakes after you kill them. I do like they kind of have that weight to them. Kind of cool. You don't really get that with many other enemies. Please don't knock us out. That would not be nice. There we are. Yeah, a better way of keeping our focus, I think. If I go this way, this takes me to a few, and then we can go back that way. That's good. I do like that they don't aggro. Oh, I was about to... Another case of... I say it happens. I was going to say, I do like the fact they don't seem to aggro that much, like the others around them, but... Proved wrong there, wasn't I? We've not actually killed that many. Doesn't feel like... I guess because we haven't. I mean, 36, what's that, 18? 19, you know, now. So we've only killed 20 at this point out of 50. We're not even halfway there. Hopefully we'll just have some good stuff to sell though. I mean, we're spending quite a lot of money, as I said, on swift travels because they're 25 each. 25 silver, that is. But we should definitely be making more back. I mean, we've already made over a gold just from the drops. I don't think that included any significant drops from like, you know, from like Rohan sort of area. So I'm pretty sure I got rid of all that at the, well, in between last episode and now, because I was doing my legendary stuff and such. This is an exit. This is the place I was thinking about earlier when I was trying to find my way. And I was like, looked left and I was like, oh, I was wrong. Because there's a nice little pathway up here that gives me some good area. Definitely feels like we sped up now, I feel. Because now we've gone from like 38 to 58 quite quickly. That's still 10 kills. Very, very quickly. Our biggest limiting factor though here is definitely our focus. Like power, as you can see, is not a huge issue, it seems, which is good. I'm very happy about that fact. So yeah, focus is definitely our biggest thing. I don't know if there's too much we can do at this stage in the game without focusing on proper legacies and stuff that will get us a lot more focused. There are some skills, but I don't think we have the trait points for it, and we kind of need to do some extra kind of stuff to get the trait points available for it, like epic battles for promotion points. You should get extra trait points from that, and just doing a bunch of other kind of things aren't on our radar right now. I mean, epic battles technically have been available since level 20, so, or level 10 I think. Is it level 10? Yes, level 10 is epic battles away, level 20 is skirmishes. So since level 10 we've had the ability to do that, which was a very long time ago, well over, oh, almost 400 episodes ago, funnily enough. But yeah, we'll grab this treasure chest while we're up here. I mean, I'm not after them, but if they're here, I'd rather get it now and not have to travel all the way back. You open the ancient chest and find 5 logs of walnut wood and another 5 sets of walnut wood. How nice. Are they pending? I do not know. Cannot seem to see them in my inventory or otherwise. I'm gonna do Passage of Foes quickly, see if there's anybody nearby. I mean, there's gonna be, obviously. Just trying to work out where they are. Because we only need, what, we're at 82, that's 18 left. 8 left now. If we go to the needle thingy, that's going to be enough. Probably. Including the end around here, what's that going to be? 12, 6. I'm pretty sure there's more than 6 in this area. Really? Really? You're gonna do this to me. Giant's Needle. That'll have giants nearby. If not, there's B1s around it, hopefully. I'm getting knocked out a lot more than I did, which again is either a case of one of two things. One is I was 112 and as such I was less susceptible to being knocked out by giants, or I was just high enough level where I was killing them far too quickly. Or both. Could be both. Because I feel like I'm getting attacked more by them, like actually. I'm getting closer. Right, and this should be our final kill for these. There we are. Giant Slayer, advanced, complete, and done. Finally finished with that. So, 10 LOTRO points for a total of 15 for that deed. Right, let us travel back. We're actually really close to where the trolls are anyway. So that's actually pretty good. We can kind of do a loop around this kind of lower area here. They're really good for trolls. I don't think we'll get... I don't know how many trolls are. Yeah, we need to get some inventory space. Yeah, I don't know how many, or I can't remember how many these deed is or requires. But we will we'll persevere and find out, I guess. I did not mean to attack you. I'm so sorry. Really? Again? Thank you. I'm meant to be attacking these things that I still need to kill. So yeah, we're gonna start on this pathway. We got some trolls. Let's actually see how many it is. These actually take a bit more time. They're actually a 50 as well. That's quite nice. I didn't actually realize that. Ooh, you are a fancy one with not more health. Which is surprising. I thought you would have more health. I am happy with you not having more health. So, I can kill you just as easily. Not amazingly quickly. It's like definitely not one-shotting. I'm getting knocked out. I'm actually getting hit by them pretty decently, but they're pretty easy to kill. And there's a lot of them. I don't think we'll get them all like in one run, but considering we only need 25 for the first deed, I think 2 runs will be definitely worth, or definitely get it done. But I'm not entirely sure we'll get both. Like fully advanced completion, you know, this run around this kind of area. But you never know, we might be lucky. There might actually be like enough, but I feel like these areas have been somewhat designed so they don't have enough. Like you do have to kind of wait. Because I feel like that every time I go around like Ered Luin, and like there's a certain amount there, and it's a very seemingly specific number, so that you can't finish like your regular deed there, even with a Slayer Accelerator or some things like that. It's actually no, it's the Shire, it's the Brigand part of the Shire deed. That's what I feel is it. Because there's this area. Like, there's these 2 areas, and you go through the first area, and then you don't have it, and then you go to the second area. And, well, yeah, you go to the first area, and you go through the second area, and you are, like, 1 brigand off of advanced. And you're like, really? I feel like I should have got this. Come on. There we are. So where are we at? 40 out of 50. I feel like... It feels like I've killed more. It's kind of the opposite of the giants, where it didn't feel like I killed... Or like... I don't know what I felt with that. Was it that I felt like I killed more than I had? If it is, it's the same here. I feel like I've done more than I've actually killed. Like, I'm like, oh, 44, I've only killed 22 then. That's like... not a lot. So I guess it's their increase in health. Like bears, I'll be killing a lot more of those a lot quicker. So it'll seem like it's going quicker. So where are we in terms of the map? We're actually about halfway, so we might be able to get like up to 50 maybe for this one. I'm just hoping time doesn't go too quickly for it, because we've still got 3 more Slayer deeds after this, and 2 Slayer deed accelerators. And I think we get about halfway into... Like, we'll get through this one, obviously. We'll then get through the second one, I think. Probably. Because we're killing everything slower as well. And then I think we'll get about maybe halfway through the third one. Could be wrong. I may need more. especially with the slower killing again. But we will see. I mean, this is already going to be an incredibly long episode, so I mean, it's not going to matter if we spend a little bit more time doing stuff and using accelerators and stuff. And we're already probably what, like, how long has this been going on for? Yeah, we're probably at about 2 hours in. Slightly edited down because of loading screens and such. But like, in pure playtime, we've been playing for at least 2 hours at this point. Definitely. So, yeah. I guess you can sort of see maybe like how much loading screens possibly take up your time then. Like, how much extra playtime could you have if there were no loading screens? I feel like the problem I'm having now is I'm mainly focusing on the focus skills, pun intended, but that means I'm not focusing on barbed arrow, which means I'm getting a lot of enemies that are going to like, you know, 1,000, 500, 100 health, something like that, and because I haven't got damage over time on them, I'm not killing them as quickly as I should. Like that didn't require me to necessarily have that, but it is an induction skill, which is a little bit frustrating. I actually recently realized as well, I think it was on this bow that we're actually using when I was doing some of the legacies, I actually realized, or not that I realized, I think I knew this already, but I kind of never thought about it. But obviously, barbed arrow is an induction skill. I was looking at like induction bow power cost or induction bow damage, which increases the damage of, yeah, pretty much, I think it was the damage one, which increases the damage of skills that require an induction like that. But I also realized, like, officially that these are categorized as, they don't have a, you know, yeah, they don't have a induction. But for some reason I always thought they were, like, I classed them as an induction skill. They're not. They're fast skills with like barely any cooldown, but they use all their focus up, so that's what you get in return for that. So where are we at? 60. That's actually not that bad. We might get this. Where are we at? Yeah, we might. We might. I don't think we will. I think we'll just be shy. So we're kind of reaching that end bit now. I guess we can kind of have a little bit of a poke around. I feel like, what's it going to be? Is it going to be Passage of Foes? I think it is. Yeah, Trolls, Giants, Evil Men. Yeah, so it's not going to be enough. But we're going to be very, very, very close. Which is good, because it means I can go back and do bears, snow beasts, and such, and then come back and they'll pretty much be fine, which is nice as a thing in general. Then we can kind of focus on other things. Oh, it's that place I couldn't find. Actually, that isn't even the place I couldn't find. What am I on about? This is the entrance to the other thing. So yeah, 72. That's actually pretty impressive, I'll say that much. Okay, so we definitely need to clear out as much as we can now. I mean, we don't have to, because they're going to be respawning anyway. But I kind of would like to. I think for the most part that is pretty much the end of it. Oh no, here we go. We have another one. He's hiding behind a tree. Trying to escape my wrath. I think now that's pretty much the end of it. So we'll pop back to Rimug, then go to Gloin's camp, do snow beast and bears, which bears are very close, and be done with those. Like, I know it sounds a bit silly, looking at the numbers, especially how close we are to finishing Bear Slayer. I do, though, think that it's possible Bear Slayer may be the last one to finish out of those two. I do honestly slightly believe that, mainly because there aren't many, like, bear areas. There's a massive field full of snow beasts, not quite so much for the bears. Even like recommended on this map, there are 2 areas here recommended for the snow beasts. Only 1 for the bears, like in this specific area, which makes me think it will get finished earlier, even if it's not as many. We shall see though. I'm also gonna look if there's any other better places. Like, this is really the only good place for bears. But we got this big field, so we'll work with that. And these guys actually have barely any health. So we can actually probably one-shot them with the quick shot. Which is good. Speeds things up a little bit. Means we have less induction sort of stuff. I mean, it's induction still, but it's a quicker induction. Not as much issues. No damage over time, unfortunately, though. But again, I think, what, 0.9 seconds, 0.8 seconds, so technically it is faster. Would it be better to do barbed arrow? 0.1 seconds more. You can definitely kind of feel the difference. But we've got the damage over time on our side. Yeah, I think it's probably better to go damage over time. Which, interestingly, I actually haven't on my bow. Normally I do have that on my bow. Normally I'm quite lucky with it. Right, we are definitely catching up on the snow beast side. I think for the most part that's us done in this kind of area. We're going to go up to... is it this area? It's Keld's Lookout, which had a bunch of snow beasts. We can also kill some worms. Might be a good idea. Then we got this big area over here that's full of wargs, so we can kind of work with that as well. Use it to our advantage, which is nice. And then travel to and fro for worms and wargs, which kind of works out good for us. And this area is quite luckily full of bears. Sometimes you can have a lot of those other thingies, the kind of boary thingies, like the... It's not really a boar, it's more like a cow. Like a woolly cow. Probably a lot better word for it, but I can't think of it at the moment. It is far too late for me to think of words like that. But yeah. We are being quite lucky with our spawns, which are quite nice. Like snow lurkers though, not quite as huge a fan of them. Not really too much use to them on our side. Oh, you guys are even lower level. Actually, I really like that. That's kind of a good idea as well. Being close enough where we can just do pretty much just our straight melee attack or auto attack would be a good plan. Now the good thing about this is as well, we've got this big lake and we actually have a really big area over there which I don't think I used originally. So that's why I'm saying it's probably going to happen quicker. If we're being true. Right, there we are. Snowbeard's done. So yeah, I don't think... There's only a 40... Like, well, technically 20 kill difference between the two, and considering the... Yeah, considering how many there are bears compared to snow beasts, or snow beasts compared to bears, whichever way you want to word it. Yeah, these will be done first. If they're not, we stumbled upon like the perfect bear area. think, is that the most part? For the most part, them done here, or we got a few around here. And they're still surviving for themselves. Yeah, we've already overtaken. You can see that now. There's still these snowdrifts. I don't know what they do. You have to have a quest, I assume. I don't know why they're glowing. Still, just doesn't make sense to me. Right, let's do Passage of Foes. I don't know if it will be foes or nature. I feel like it might be nature then. Yeah, nearby beasts. Snow beasts are probably beasts. I think that makes sense. Yeah, beast. So we'll let that finish. We've got a few over here anyway, so. Also can maybe get some bears for us. Might be nice for them to do that for us. Hey, more bears. That's good. Right, let's do Passage of Nature. Snow like a snow bear. Which I think is this one. Yeah, so we will now, I think, we'll head back to the field, see how the fields are going. If not the field, then I'm tempted to go back to trolls. Finish up them, and then come back here when everything's respawned. Because I think then we should definitely get to 200. I don't think we'll get to 160 for the bears. Maybe. We can probably pick up a few here and there as well. There's not really many other places. I guess there actually is somewhere it says it's like a good place nearby where we're going to be doing trolls, so maybe we can use that to catch up. But it looks like we're having some good respawn times here, so we'll stick here for the moment. I do want to see if we can get to 100. I don't think we will quite yet in this area, because they kind of dry up a little bit further up. I think we saw that when we set that sign up there for the questing part. Right, I'll take this worm out and then we will travel back to... I'll take this one out as well. Damn it. Why does stuff keep appearing when I keep saying I'm gonna go? Right, we'll kill that. Then we will head back to High Crag and yeah, get some more trolls killed, because we're at 78, which is pretty good. Right, so we're just gonna go on our normal path. Yeah, so I think actually we have an issue, which is not necessarily a terribly bad thing. It's more, we want to be getting to, let's say, the trolls quickest. However, we're missing bears on the way there doing so. So it's kind of like, which is the better choice? Like, do we go by foot, wasting time on here, especially when we have 2 minutes left and we're going to have to use our next one? So yeah, we're definitely going to go through at least 3. But like, do we do that? Or do I go on my steed, miss them, and then, you know, have to spend more time going back and forth later? It's weird. I don't know which to do. Let's see if we can't kind of get close. We're actually nearly halfway on the snow beast. I just realized that as well. Yeah, I kind of want to try and get close to being done. Yeah, we need to get our focus back for this anyway. Yeah, I want to be close to being done for trolls by the end of this minute and a half-ish, which is not going to happen, but maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We don't know. I'm doing 10 concentration, so I at least have some focus. We could actually probably finish off trolls without accelerator. Wait for stuff to respawn. That might be the better way of doing it. Just so we're not wasting too much of our Slayer accelerator later on. Like if I'm very, very close to finishing, like a couple of kills off, I'd rather manually kill them and then do a lot of traveling rather than, you know, get a few less kills but waste most of my accelerator on timing and stuff, on getting to places. We could actually still do it. No, we can't. Okay, we can't quite actually, maybe we can. Maybe, just maybe. We actually got it done. How long left? Only a few seconds. Our cloak, rather. And it seems to be a little worse for wear, but that is done. Perfect. So what I think we'll do, for the moment, we'll let Snow Beasts and we'll let Bears repair? You know, respawn. We will bring Worm Slayer back up. We're going to go to Rimbarg, then we'll do some warg and worms, warg worms, then travel back to Bear, Snow Beast, and kind of keep that cycle up. But first, we need to repair our stuff and sell some stuff. And this is why I'm glad I didn't use the accelerator.
Did you need something?
So, there's some nice stuff. Now we got loot all. And that's like 2.5 gold. That's pretty good. So we'll repair our stuff up and be back on the grind. Right, so where do we want to go? Yeah, we wanted to go to wargs. Since we are lowest on wargs at the moment, I want to start there, especially considering there is such a high population. So we'll start going north for that one. We're going to go over to this area, which had a bunch in there. That should get us pretty well off. Then we'll go down to this area, which got us 42 or so. I think it was 41 in the end, pretty quickly. Doubling that, that's, you know, 41 times 2, that's, you know, 82. So that should help us out quite a lot. That will definitely finish us on the regular one. And then we can kind of go back to wargs. And then hopefully they respawn. And then go back and get that finished up. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. And that should work out. And hopefully it shouldn't take all that long. They don't seem like that difficult to kill. And we're not wasting any time right now. Like, we haven't got a Slayer accelerator on that we could be wasting time on. We will be now, though. I should have got my focus up first. Honestly, that's what I should have done. And we're already filling our inventory up. How glorious. Good thing about being a hunter in this situation is the fact that not only do we have the tracking skills, travel skills, but we also have the a fairly good chance at like seeing concealed enemies. I don't know what the chances are on other characters, but like, or other classes rather, but there have been times, you know, Lore Masters I think have... Oh, do not start lagging now, that will be not good. Please don't do this to me. Yeah, Lore Masters have like lynxes and stuff that are hidden and stuff, but we can still see them as hunters. So that good. Right. Hopefully, there should be one here, I think. Nope, okay. Oh no, it's over there on the other thingy. Hopefully we don't have too much lag. Again, I am running, like, doing this recording at a very odd time for me. I don't know how active, like, I've seen more people in the Misty Mountains than I think I've ever seen in the Misty Mountains. Definitely compared to when I did it the other day when I was doing it at a regular time. It was still late, but not this late. There was definitely a difference in time. So yeah, I think it's a more populated time at the moment for the US, especially being on a US server, you know, kind of makes sense. So we'll move down here, we'll get a few wargs sorted there, then we'll pop down to worms quickly. So it's not the most in the world, but we do get like a few extras over here, which is quite nice. We'll do a quick passage of nature. I'm sure there's some we're missing out on, just by not seeing or detecting them. Plus, again, it's not a case of, you know, these places aren't built to be like, hey, you can complete your slate in one go here. You kind of have to go back and forth, which is why you need to find 2 good places to do deeds and kind of go back and forth between them. Because we are nearly finished with our first regular deed for it. So I'm going to do a quick passage of nature. It's actually a lot. So I'm going to kind of do that. So I can kind of see where I'm missing it. And I'm actually going to get on my steed for this one. It's actually a perfect steed when you think about it. For this area, the winter elk. The war steed's all cool and nice, and I love, you know, the steed of the Ash Plains, but this fits better. We're in an icy area, we got an elk. So the festival, or the Yule festival steed, it's lovely. Right, so it seems like I might have just missed one here. Or not? No, it looks like I genuinely, yeah, just missed one. Okay. Either way, we'll go back to Grimbarg and now down to the worms. And let these guys respawn and everything. And maybe kill a few on the way. So now we're going to go to the right. Which is going to take us down the mountain. And yeah, these are only wolves down here. They aren't wargs, so that's the only little annoying thing. You do get some worms down here. We won't really worry about those too much. They're really not worth stopping for, in my opinion. Especially when you have an area with like 41 of these things in them. Possibly even more. I probably missed a few. I didn't really use Passage of Nature over there, so very possible. Very, very, very possible. And we have a nice even number this time, which I don't think we've had very often. I mean, yeah, all the advanced ones, of course, they're going to be evens, but I think this was the only one we've actually had an even number on. From us doing it naturally. Also, I'm getting lag, and I do not like it. Please fix yourself. So yeah, there's a lot of winding paths and stuff, so there's probably are going to be ones we miss. Which is again another reason for Passage of Nature being a very useful skill in these sort of things. In deeds and such. Because you're like, hey, I need to find this enemy specifically. I've been using it a lot as well, where it's like, oh, I need to find this specific like subclass. And that's good. Or I need to find this specific named enemy. Oh wait, let me just use Passage of Foes or Passage of Nature. Alright, Wormslayer's done. So now we just need to get the 200 done. Which is going to take a little while. Still, again, not going to happen in one trip. Even though it's not actually one trip anymore. Cool. So we're going around, we got the 20. Doing pretty good in terms of numbers still. Like, this is probably, even though it's the one that took me the longest to finish, it's got like the most densely populated by far area. So once this is done, we will then start heading back to... we can actually start heading back to bears and snow beasts, I think. Because these are going to take a little while to respawn, methinks. Now, I wouldn't necessarily suggest doing like 4 at a time. But, you know. We can do what we want. Now, I'm not showing, like we've done Troll Slayer Advanced, it's not showing Slayer of the Misty Mountains as a deed. That's a little weird. You would have thought it would. Oh, we're getting more horse lag. Yeah, I thought after finishing Troll, we would actually get that. Plus we finished, what, yeah, Troll and Giant we finished. Huh. We still don't have it. Hopefully it's not a bug and it like doesn't complete. Imagine that, that'd be horrible. I'd have wasted so much time. I wouldn't have really, like, I'd still complete the deeds. And it would have got me the points, the marks, and the virtues. Would have felt like a waste of time though, even if it wasn't actually. So let's all hope that doesn't actually happen. Yeah, where are we at with Snow Beast? 90. I think we might be able to get it done in this trip. My only worry then is bears. Just because they are. I don't think we have to, oh, yeah, we didn't actually do that. We didn't actually go to bears when we did trolls, did we? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. That might be something we have to do. I mean, we're only 100 at what, 50 away. Which actually isn't too terrible. It's still gonna take a little while. But at least we get worms with these guys. That's quite nice. Yeah, I definitely keep losing track of which one's updating. I mean, I get that, yeah, the title like updates every time it happens, but try and look at the numbers, not the like flashing colors, and it's a little difficult sometimes because I'm like, oh, how many snowbeats do we have? Oh, we've only done 60. How does that work? Or we've only done 89 because I keep thinking it's the top one. No, not quite how that works. Snowbank. You're a rare elite. What do you give me if you drop stuff? You normally drop stuff like shards. Yeah, barrel shard. Not necessarily too useful. I've never actually, I think, used a shard. I have recipes in which I can use them. I just don't think I've ever actually needed to use those recipes themselves. Which, yeah, don't know how useful they are. Mainly in armor, I think. There's been some armor that's required it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll wait, or I'll get it from here, or, you know, some other thing, or I'll just level up and get it then. We all know how that goes, because then I forget that I need to upgrade, and then I'm like 40 levels lower than I need to be. Does this lead to the other place? No, it doesn't. I was hoping for a little bit of a miracle there where it's going to lead into this area. That would have been actually amazing. I would have been very confused because I didn't see that area previously. It does make sense that it isn't there because it Didn't see it there. I'm going to ignore these guys for the moment. We're at 126. I think we should be alright to possibly finish from this upper area. And then we only got the 3 left with 17 minutes left. So yeah, we're definitely not going to finish with this one. We might actually have to like finish off some of the last ones with manually, like, you know, without accelerating. Which I'll be alright with, you know, again, did it for trolls. So yeah, I definitely think it's possible with where we're at. We only need like 23. I think with that high area up there, we should have enough. And then we've only got 3 to do, but then bears becomes kind of this anomaly of where do we go, when do we go there, how do we do it? Like, we could go wargs, worms, then to Giant's Hills. Is it Giant Hills? Giant Halls to do some bears there, but I don't know how I feel about doing that. Doesn't feel like the right way of going about it. So where are we at? 188. So yeah, 5 more kills. I'm pretty sure we should be able to do that. There's definitely an area. Yeah, so what's that? It's going to be 1 more kill after these guys. So we just need to find 1. If we can't find 1 snow beast, we'll be very upset. Yeah, there's definitely 1 down here, and that will be snow beast finished and done for. Oh, there we are. Give me the 1 shot, couldn't you? There we are. Ah, see, now Slayer of the Misty Beasts has shown up. Oh, you don't count. Those don't count, those other 2. Oh. The trolls and the giants apparently do not count. Which is a very weird turn of events. Were they maybe added afterwards and not added to the Slayer thieves? That seems very weird. I wouldn't have thought so. It just seems like a weird thing to happen. Either way, you know, we're getting them all done. It's still more LOTRO points, still more virtues, and still more marks and such to get done. So it all gets done in the end, and that is the point of these episodes. Is to do this, and as soon as we're done this, we'll be going back to currently in Stoke, or near enough. I think we're still in Stoke as far as I'm aware, helping out, and yeah, that should be all good. We can start back, do some more defending and such, and then actually, speaking of which, what is the next area after the Misty Mountains? It's actually Evendim, or Everswim, which we've actually done a lot of stuff there already. I think we've done quite a few quests as well. We've slain many Angmarin, so that's already done. Where am I going? Bears is 21. I guess I could go. No, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do wargs again because they need doing. They're a little bit behind. Bears are even catching up, and bears are on advance. So that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, we've already slain many Angmarin. We gotta do a few of the other ones. So most of them are alright, like brigands, giants. I think are alright. Goblins, Kurgrim, and stuff. But this stuff we've only like killed 2 ever. Goblins apparently we've only killed 1 ever, which is a little weird. We gotta do these and yeah. So obviously the more like over time they're gonna get longer and longer and longer in time. Just because you kind of have to do more quests and stuff, and you have to do a lot more things to get stuff done. But also because more quests, yeah, higher damage enemies, even if we increase our damage, their health goes up at the same time. So, you kinda, it's gonna happen. Eventually we're gonna have like a 5-hour D-Day episode and like a 10-hour one that I'm gonna split into multiple parts probably. I think if it does get to that point, I might have to split them into like, you know, episode, let's say 500 and 550, or maybe episode 500 and 501, being 2 separate things but beating, because time is precious. I'm not sure I could fit in a 10-hour episode. Right, there we are. So Warg Slayer is regular, at least is finished. So now we're gonna have to wait. So yeah, Wargs are gonna take, I feel like, the longest because worms are nearly finished. I think mainly because of certain quests I did. I kind of messed up the flow of things. But I'm okay with that, like... We have 10 minutes roughly. Oh my god, you just appeared out of nowhere. That's kind of your point, I think. Right, let's see if we can get the most out of these. I'm kind of tempted to have a look at this, this area, seemingly over like here-ish. That apparently has a lot of wargs in, so I'm actually kind of tempted to have a look at that quickly. I think what I'll do is I'll finish up worms and see where my Slayer Accelerator goes to. Try to go to bears then, and then move over to this new warg area and carry on there. Because I don't want to be wasting my time with it, possibly. Yeah, I can pretty much guarantee wargs is going to be last, even if bears like specifically have to go back there on its own. Like we're at least being efficient with worms and wargs, but yeah. I also just realized worms isn't capitalized. That like slightly upsets me. Any more around here? Does not seem like it. Right, let us go back to Rimag. Go back to our worms. I'm not sure how many we were on prior to last worm run. I mean, we've got some extras from when we were doing the snow beasts. I get that, but I feel like we went from 40 to 100 to then 60, so that's at least like 120. Which if it is 120, then that's gonna get us done now. If not, we're gonna have to probably go back to kind of this area. kill some bears, and then kill some worms nearby. Which might work, if not a little bit slowly. But it kind of kills, again, two birds with one stone with the wargs. Not the yeah, no, bears and worms, not wargs. Yeah, I feel like we're probably gonna be... I don't know how long it's gonna take for this one. 6 minutes. Okay, so I feel like we might use up our Slayer Accelerator here, like the remainder of it, just time-wise. And then we'll have a look at this warg area, see if it's like, looks like it's worth it. And then activate our Slayer Accelerator there if needs be. If not, we'll, I guess, maybe waste a little bit of time and, like wait for stuff to respawn, possibly. Right, so halfway there. So I'm not quite 100% now on the finishing at this run through quickly. Especially since we seem to be not necessarily losing a lot of power or focus. It's just the fact that we don't seem to be generating as much. I feel like I'm in a constant state of not having the focus I need. Yeah, so at this point I'm pretty convinced. But with that said, how long did it take us to go through there? Only about 3 minutes. That's good. We could probably get back to wargs and hope they've respawned in that time. Or we could have a look at this bear area. Because I'm not sure if all the wargs will have spawned back. And we're technically already closer to bears if we can work our way to the actual place, which you seemed alright with last time, so. Right, cool. Let's get on our war steed, which apparently we already had active somehow. Let's make our way out of here. Let's damage our legs, because that's a clever idea. And yeah, let's have a look. It's roughly around here, the lawn stone it seems, and the giant's needle is supposedly an alright place. It's actually more the giant's needle. Apparently seems like a decently good place for, or at least a recommended place. Like there's a lot of places where bears spawn, but the only 2 places on this map are where they spawn in high frequencies. So hopefully, first off, we don't go against that guy. But secondly, we can make it through. So I'm probably gonna get myself lost, which I think I've already done. Yeah, I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing. Totally. Yeah, so we need to kinda go over here, I think. Yeah, I think it is this area. There's a lot of worms over here, so we can maybe work with that. I think we are definitely going to have to use the map for this instead of the more what's in front of us, because can't very much see that. Thank you, War Steed. Thank you so much for that. I'm gonna get on my regular steed because I trust it more. Trust goes both ways, War Steed. Right, so we're at least through here, but we've already lost our yeah, we've lost our Slayer accelerator, which means we can kind of be a bit more casual about it now. We can kind of relax and kind of observe more, which is kind of nice. I do like that. If we decide this place is particularly good for bears, if I kind of want to just have a look at it. Same with the wargs. I'm actually going to do that after this as well. We'll see, but yeah, we're probably wasting a little bit of time in terms of, like, obviously I was what I ended up doing originally on the first character was I actually just used the regular, like the hour-and-a-half Slayer accelerator, so I was kind of on the edge of my seat with it, like, oh, I've got to not be wasting this. These are a little bit difficult to get, whereas with these I can be a little bit more chill. You know, probably wasting a lot of time, as I said. So what I want to do is I want to do a passage of nature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is actually 18. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one. I want to get these sorted because it does seem like a decent amount. And then if it comes to it, what we'll do is we'll just we can come back to High Crag fairly quickly. So we'll get here via that instead next time, I think. Probably the better way of doing it, honestly. A little less confusing as well. Right, and there's apparently 2 kind of in this direction, I guess. And then we'll pop over to Hrimbarg, go to the place beginning with V that I can't say, / can't remember, except the fact it begins with a V. And then we will have a look at this warg place. Hopefully it's good. If not, we'll pop back to the other place. They're both in roughly the same direction. So let's get over there. Funnily enough, it's not like it's a difficult name to say, because it's like Vunderhull, but it's just the fact I never really paid attention to it. So what we need to do is we need to travel pretty much just this direction, if we can, and just make it past this mountain. I'm sure there's a pathway to do that. If not, then we're just wasting a little bit of time and it really upsets me. It might have to be an area down there to get across. Seems like it may be true, so we will abandon that idea for the moment. And we will pop back to the original idea of just going back to where the wargs... We know the wargs work. So we're going to get back on our war steed for that. Get ready to go straight ahead. Get working on this. If it comes to it, I will just send myself another 30-minute Slayer Accelerator. If we're like super behind, but again, I'm not too fussy about finishing off like the last few, but wargs are definitely a one where I, at this point, don't want to finish off this killing without an accelerator in play. Ooh, looks like there's two of them. How nice of you to show up. There's another one actually over there, so we'll get that one as well. I was going to say just so they can respawn, but I think at this point they all have respawned. And what we want to do is definitely start here, I think is the best idea, because if we start here then go worms, then we can have these guys respawn in that time. But yeah, I think we are overrunning my original estimate. Or if we aren't currently, I feel like we definitely are going to. Even with the kind of mishaps we had, just because I feel like, in general, we're obviously killing quicker. That's a big thing. But also, it's kind of a general thing, I think. I think we were not necessarily luckier, but it seemed like there was more to kill within our allotted frame of time. I think I might just end up boiling down to being, hey, we killed these things quicker, so we were able to use our time more efficiently. Which, you never know. Well, I do know. It won't be, like, 50 episodes. In 50 episodes, we're not going to hit, like, 105, 106. That's not going to ever happen that quickly. But since we hit 106, I definitely think these things are going to become a lot easier, because 106 gear is obviously so much of a boost from 105 stuff. Just in a similar way to how 85 and 86 gear works, actually, which is kind of more relevant to our current situation. But you got to realize, like, it's like 85 gear, and then that's jumped up at 86, slowly getting better till 105, or probably 95, then like 96 got a little bit better, then 105 sort of thing. Then 105 was like really good, and then even then had a massive jump in stuff. So, yeah. But you don't really get 105 legendaries, so that's not too useful. I don't know if you can get 105 or 105 to 115 bows. Like non-legendary bows. Be interesting to see if you could. I assume you can. I just don't know how to get them. I don't really spend too much time in Mordor. So I'm more about the earlier game content at the moment, trying to get my traits and stuff up, which I think is admirable to do. Don't want to go with lower tier stats. Because I don't like dying. Unlike the last few episodes have shown, I'm very good at it. And finding stupid ways of dying, like running into walls and apparently that killing me. But, yeah. Not a fan of doing so. Right. There's one over there as well. We're actually not doing too terribly, I don't think. It is going to be another, definitely another case of like come back later. So I think we'll do a worm, and then we'll go for bears, and then we'll come back for wargs, because I think worms will be finished relatively quickly. Because that's only like 54 to go, which is what, 27? Yeah, 27. And I can guarantee there's more than 27 in there, so, you know, it's gonna be quick. And then we'll go back, we'll go bears for a bit. Because right now I need, what, 56, which is gonna be then 29. I feel like I can get 29 relatively easy. Even just from the place near Gloin's camp. And definitely within 20 minutes. So I think wargs, again, definitely wargs is going to be our final one. I think the reason I had worms as my final one when I was going a quick run through previously is because I didn't actually utilize this area all that much. I kind of did it whilst I was doing like Snow Beast and whilst I was, you know, traveling to wargs and such, or traveling to places rather than, hey, here's a cave full of them, use that there. Because I think I only actually had like 1 or 2 maybe kills similar to this account, so it wasn't like I had a massive lead. Right, 10 kills to go. 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't know why I'm doing a countdown particularly, because it's not like it's a difficult thing. I'm not gonna stop now. Let's only a few more. It's good. I don't know if well, it definitely is enough, but I'm just saying I don't know if it'll be inside or outside. It looks to be inside because it's going to be this one. Right, as soon as that's done, that is now done. Perfect. Let's go do killing some bears. Right. Bears, I'm coming for ya. How many do we need to kill? 56 it was, so 29 I think. Yes, 29 was what I said. 28, 29, 56, 28. Yeah. Don't know why I would have done 29. That would have been 102. So yeah. 28 should be relatively possible. It kind of depends on our luck with spawning, if I'm going to be honest. If we're lucky and we get a lot of bear spawns like this, which is, I think these are guaranteed bear spawns, but nonetheless, if we're lucky, this will be done this time, and then we'll have like 15 minutes to do wargs, or what's left of wargs. But if not, then we might be in a bit of a pickle and have to do it manually later. Because there's going to be this area up here, which is going to be decently good. And then there'll be a few dotted about, which we can get with Passage from Nature. But it's mainly snow beasts around here, which is a little bit of an annoyance. Hey, when it uses my focus skills twice on something that's already dead. Please don't do that. Thank you, game. Anything else? Passage of Nature, help out here, please. New. Snow beast, snow beast, snow beast, snow lurker. Bear. I see a bear. 140 meters away. What are you hiding out here with the snow beasts for? The same way you were supposed to be. I need to take you out, I'm sorry. Oh, there's even more. There's more bears up here. You've led me to your brethren. Thank you. Come on, take you out. Yeah, so it might be also a case of bears being needed to be done manually also. I say manually, I more mean like do we have any? No. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean manually, I mean like non-accelerated is what I'm trying to say. So let's go back to wargs for a little bit, see if these respawn, and then we should be able to pick up the last few, because we did, what, 32 there? It was alright. So we'll get wargs done, and well, hopefully close to finished at least, so we can kind of do both. Like if we need to do both, it won't be too big a hassle to do both as non-accelerated deeds. Because as much as, again, deed accelerator, or yeah, Slayer deed accelerators aren't too difficult to get. It's more like, it's like 20 minutes work to get one. I don't like wasting them. Even if they're easy to get, I don't want to be wasting something just because I can. I'm not that sort of person. I don't like being wasteful. So yeah, let's refrain from doing so. So yeah, we're pretty much neck and neck. Obviously bears have less to actually, or less requirements, like, you know, amount, but numbers wise we're on the same. We might be able to, I keep saying we might be able to finish wargs this run, but it is, I think, possible. I mean, there are a few on the way here that we could probably, like, nick off the, you know, world and kill. So it might be possible. Not necessarily in this specific area, but then we can just focus on, you know, 10 or so minutes of bears, of which we only need, what, 26 now? Which isn't too bad. 13. Means we did, what, like 15 that time, which should be good considering we had 2 extras show up. So that's 13. It's actually perfect. Right, so 20 more to kill. That is our hope. So we'll see how many we get here. Oh, they keep appearing out of nowhere. We are so damn close. Like, seriously? This is all we need to do. And again, we are not gonna... I know I said at one point we might do it. We aren't gonna be doing the treasures of Misty Mountain thing, where we get the treasure caches for this episode. So we're not going to worry about those. Those will be done some other time. Maybe we'll do them with the Evandim ones, like as an addendum to it. but we will see. I know I say I do all the deeds, mainly keeping them as like this, or wait a minute, if we go to it, like this, deeds of the Misty Mountains. It doesn't come under here, so I'm not necessarily counting it as something we need to do, because, you know, this then splits into 3, which then splits into like 4 or 5, depending on which one it is, possibly, or 6 in the case of the Slayer ones, quite a few, I think it was 6 in terms of Explorer, and Perils was 3, obviously, but that's 30 quests. So I'm only really focusing on those. Right, Wargs is nearly done. So damn close. After this we need one more kill. There it is, I found it. I didn't mean to use rapid fire. For some reason I thought rapid fire was my melee. But it isn't. Right, there we are. Warg story is not complete. We're gonna go back to bears and see if we can get 13 kills. So we have around about 10 minutes in total in order to actually do this. So about 10.5 minutes. I think that should be enough time. 13 kills isn't too many, especially on an enemy like that, and there is a chance that we might get a higher amount of spawns, but I haven't been killing any of the snow beasts, so we might have to see about that, because the snow beasts will be taking up like the spawning spots. Like, I'm pretty sure these are guaranteed snow bears, whereas some of them I don't think are necessarily guaranteed to be them. You are at 12 health. Die. Thank you. Right, so then up here will be some more. There's a bear. There's a... I think that's an extra bear. Right. Not going to do a countdown, but... well, not a countdown of every single one, but it will be 5 more kills. There are 3 here. There's 1 around the corner. Well, there should be. After that, we just need 1 more kill. Damn it, why am I knocked out? So yeah, there should be a bear around the corner here. Yes, there is. And if we are lucky enough, if not, we have like 10 minutes to wait. But okay, there's nothing around us for the moment. However, last time it didn't detect the second one up here, so we're actually going to take a little bit of a risk and hope that there is a bear up here, which there is. This was going to be our final kill for today. And then we're finally done. There we are. Bear Slayer Advanced is now complete, which also means we completed Slayer of the Misty Mountains, which also means we completed Deeds of the Misty Mountains, which in turn gives us a Steady Still key, which I'm going to transfer to my other character, because I'm currently saving up on all of those. In fact, what we're actually going to do is head back to Hrimbarg quickly. So yeah, we'll quickly sell some stuff in here, get everything sorted in terms of what we have. I'm going to keep the Sturdy Steel key, and everything else can go. That's nearly 3 gold. Damn, that's like quite decent money. Hopefully I didn't say anything of particular use. So there we are, for the cost of 3 Slayer accelerators, which again takes about 20 minutes each, so it's about an hour total preparation spent for this. We have now gone from, what was it, 1,545 to now, however many when it loads, 1,715. So that's a pretty good increase. Like 300, I think, increase is that? Not quite 300, but like 270. I think it is 270 increase, which is pretty good, if I do say so myself, and quite a bit of a mark increase. So marks were actually a little low on those, but now we are currently at 4,493, which is still not a lot, but pretty damn good. We're up a Sturdy Steel key, which is always nice. I'm going to transfer, as I said, to my other character. I'm saving up some Sturdy Steel keys for something. you can probably guess what, because there's only one use of Sturdy Steel Keys. And yes, we got a few virtues and stuff sorted as well. So we obviously haven't finished this one. That's going to give us Fortitude, which we don't worry about too much, considering it's a might thing and it's not really too useful for us. But let's have a look at what we got in terms of these things. We got Honesty increase with Tolerance, which I think we actually use. We got some Honesty again, Wisdom, Confidence, Honesty again. We should have Compassion, yep, Empathy, and probably Innocence. Yep, Innocence is a really good one that we use as well. Fortitude, Zeal, Determination, Valor, Justice, and Honor. So that's pretty good there. So we also got a Dwarven Steelbound loot box, but we got a bunch of those on the way here. So that's that finally done. It is now 2:37 AM, and I have finished this finally. Was it worth it? I think so. Maybe not the best time to do it, but it's definitely good to do. But nonetheless, we will head back in episode 401 to Stoke. We will be getting back on everything there. We are not going to be, we won't be, you know, doing this for another 50 episodes, which is good. And in the next, well, in 50 episodes time, we will be doing Evendim, which might take even longer. I'm not sure. We've done one already, so that's fine. But obviously, the further we get in, the more the Slayer deeds increase and stuff. So we might need more Slayer accelerators. So we'll have to see. That's going to be it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.